All right, y'all, we back again. Okay. All right. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. Welcome to another episode of Melanated Thought, where we talk about things that affect the black community. I am Reggie O.
Mm-hmm. I'm Mimi the lady.
And what a lovely lady she is.
Bomb ticka wow wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But get yourself together, bro. I heard an echo in my ear. I feel like I'm too loud. I apologize because I under the weather. I have bad allergy. He pulled me off my deathbed to do the show, so y'all forgive me for my voice.
If y'all believe there's something wrong with y'all,
They heard
yeah, yeah. But honestly, y'all, she is having some issues with allergies.
issues,
Yeah, yeah.
deathbed,
She wasn't on her deathbed, y'all. She just over exaggerating just a little bit.
deathbed.
She wasn't on her deathbed. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. She was not on her deathbed. But anyway, she is a lovely lady, despite her sniffling. And she's still my wife. And I want to apologize to you on the air for snapping at you earlier. I apologize, babe. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, this is gonna be a fun show.
Definitely.
So today's subject, we don't really have too much of a subject. This is just random black talk. You know, that's why I call it Black Talk 2.0. We had one of those shows a while back, and it was a pretty decent show. So basically, we're just going to talk about things that have been popping up in the news lately, which has been a whole bunch of crap. Wouldn't you agree, babe?
Oh, excuse me, all the time.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly, y'all. I don't know where to start. So I guess now, I guess I get the with the traditional, how was your week, babe?
I've been sick all week. I've been battling my allergies all week. I don't know what this is in this air. I wish I could go back to working from home. I don't know. It's just ever since I've been out there in the air, it's been something. And I talked to several people, and they going through the same thing. The little white girl, Lord forgive for saying like that, but she tried to tell y'all about this global warming, and y'all didn't listen to her. And now this world is just messed up. You can't even go outside and breathe fresh air no more. That's sad.
Well, yeah.
Y'all just want to buy people to buy Zyrtex and Claritin and Vicks VapoRub and cough drops all the time. Now I shouldn't have to buy this. This should not be in my actual errand run every other month. I
But
gotta go to Walgreens and get Vicks VapoRub, Claritin, and Zyrtex, and take it on a regular, like I'm drinking water. That's crazy. I should need to step out my front door and breathe decent air.
yeah, yeah. You know what? My allergies are not as bad as hers, but I can honestly tell you that my allergies have been kicking me in the butt.
Eyes itchy. Had to go buy me some
Oh
eye
yeah.
allergy relief drops. What is
Oh yeah.
this?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. My eyes been
It's
watering a
just,
little
I
bit
don't
too.
know.
So
This is ridiculous.
we'll yeah, yeah, we'll.
I'm not naive. I know it's a changing of the weather. I know there is a changing from summer to fall, but come on. This is ridiculous. Excuse me. Then you got the same symptom as COVID. You think you got COVID.
I don't know.
You don't
I
know
don't
what to
know.
do. You think you might throat be itching and burning. You think you might have strep throat. It's just too much.
I don't
Too
know.
much.
I don't know how many times this woman has asked me to go get her a COVID test. And I keep telling her she doesn't have COVID, which
It's
she
the
doesn't.
same symptoms as COVID though.
But she doesn't have COVID, y'all. That's the whole
You
point.
just can't look at nobody until they got COVID.
Baby, you don't have COVID.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Well, I had a test in there anyway, so I took one, so I know I ain't got COVID. But
Exactly.
still, I don't know, cause the same thing I'm going through with this other lady said she had, and turned out she had COVID.
Well, okay.
So I'm just trying to take precautions, trying not to get you sick. But see, that's what happened to me, and I try to be the good person. Let me stop. I'm already agitated. Cause my nose burning, my eyes itching, my throat is sore. I sound like Kermit the Frog. I'm just tired. I'm just really tired. My
Well,
face broke out. Because I
well,
put me, it's just crazy.
well.
Sorry for sniffing.
Uh,
I don't do drugs.
No, she don't.
Yet.
She said yet. That's messed up.
Sometimes I feel like the way this world's going, ugh,
Yeah, I know. And we're
it's
going to talk
too
about
much.
some of this stuff,
It's
though.
just too much. You know, right when you think things are getting better, you be like, oh, here we go.
A dry bomb drops on you, right? So I know how it go. You don't have to tell me. You know, I'm the one pop up with the story sometimes. So I know all too well about what's happening. So anyway, well, my week was okay. Typical day in IT. Nothing really to brag about. I will say this though, and my lovely wife was a witness to this. We finally got our web server up and running.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing. Let me go ahead and clap that up. So that is all that's going on. Let's get these tunes bumping. Hopefully they ain't too loud. I don't think it was too loud. Let's find out, shall we? Is that too loud?
A little bit.
How's that?
That's okay.
All right. Anyway, we again, like I said, this is just a random show, random thought show. We're gonna talk about a lot of the stuff that's going on and whatever subjects that pop into our heads. Cause I know my wife has a lot to talk about, and I have quite a bit to talk about myself. So it ain't gonna be too long of a show, but it's gonna be about average. We do know that the Dallas Cowboys are winning. So hopefully they knock this one out of the park. After that disappointing loss. Who did they play last week? Was it the Cardinals?
No, it was Arizona.
That's the Cardinals, right?
No, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Arizona, yeah, Cardinals, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and they lost to a team that was 0-2, which they shouldn't have lost, but
Yeah, they were some favorites, but sometimes that favorite don't work out like that.
I agree with you on that one. So, but we'll talk about that later. Man, we're going to talk about this, though. They are really still giving Coach Dion the blues. Oh, so I say Coach Prime. That's what he wants to be called, Coach Prime. So what's your thoughts on that, babe?
In the words, they're a bunch of haters. They just hating on this man. This man is not conceited. He's not cocky. This man is very humble. Every time he speak, he will mention something about Christianity. This man cannot help that he walk it, in the words of the great group The Migos, he walk it like he talks it.
Right.
He has shown you that he's a amazing athlete.
An amazing
football,
coach.
baseball. He know how to run a 4.40 in 4 seconds or something like that, it said. And now he is becoming a very interesting and compelling coach.
Yeah.
He just pretty much said when he set his mind to it, he go full throttle. It works in his favor, and I'm assuming by all this reaction that he's getting that somebody just don't like it. He can't help that.
No, we already know who don't like it.
He puts in the work, and that's what happens. When you put in the work, the results are amazing.
Yep.
And like I said before, the school that he works for now, or coach for now, was 1-whatever last year.
Yeah.
They've won 3 games so far. Yeah, they've lost 2 games thus far, but they've lost to some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And when the team they played last year, supposedly, he got extra coaches to help this, because that means like 4 coaches was coaching against 1 man.
Yeah.
That has a hell of a retro to it.
And I'm definitely want to talk about that. That's what I want. That's what I was getting at right there. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. So
all I gotta say is, pass the peas, pass the peas, and stop hating on this man.
Man, you know what?
Give him his props.
A very famous athlete said this. He said, "It ain't bragging if you can back it up."
Amen.
The person that said that was none other than the greatest himself, Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because people used to get on to him about being so boisterous with his athletic ability. But, just like Dion, Muhammad Ali could back it up. And he did back it up. Mm-hmm. Same deal with Sugar Ray Leonard. Mm-hmm. Same deal with Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson told you he was the baddest man on the planet, did he lie?
But see, But see, Dion don't talk like that.
No, he doesn't.
He just tell you what it is, which
And
is
that's
all
there is to it.
facts.
And that's all there's to it.
It's nothing. Anything he's saying is not putting 10 on 10.
Right.
It's all facts.
Right.
He's a first black coach in Colorado.
Exactly. I mean, and
he's pretty much
they want him to fail. That's the
exactly. That's
problem.
why I said somebody's looking for why though. And like I told you the other day, these last two games, somebody somewhere is just laughing it up, but
Hell
it's
yeah.
all good.
Hell yeah.
He didn't lose to no rinky dinks,
No, he didn't.
and he did not lose by much.
Now, if he had lost
Now
to a
that first
team,
game he lost, they was bringing up.
that was
that's
ass
a good
kicking.
USC. That's a good team.
Yeah, they've always been a good
Oh,
team.
so now was it USC? Who was it? No,
Nah,
USC
that
was
Oregon.
yesterday.
The Ducks was
It
the
was
one that-
Oregon, the Ducks. Yeah, okay, that's like one of the top heavy hitters.
Just like
but he
USC.
had four other coaching against him.
Right. There's four
and then
against one.
USC was yesterday. That ain't no.
They almost came back and won that one.
Exactly, and that's a heavy hitter school. So
Yeah.
say what you want to. Him and his boys did all right in my book. I'm
agree.
sorry.
I agree.
For him to be the first time coach too. I'm sorry.
I agree with you on that.
Haters, what they say, haters gonna hate. And that's what he's going. I hate he going through it, but it's gonna be greater later.
I agree.
He went down the same thing in Jackson, turned that organization around,
Yeah.
left them the playbook, and they still, from my understanding, doing pretty good. And he not even there.
Yeah, they are.
Same thing he gonna do in Colorado.
Yeah, well,
Y'all
he
make
was-
it seem the man been there for years. He
For
just
real.
got
He just
there.
got there, man. Come on.
Ugh.
But like I said, they want him to fail.
That's
they want
sick.
him to
Why
fail.
would people want
Now,
that? Jason Whitlock,
Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna get on to that later.
turtle shell face. I don't talk about people, but that man get on my nerve. He always hate on his own, and that's what makes it so sickening.
Yeah,
And I love what Warren Sapp said to him. We'll say about it later, though.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that much later because like that's one of the black thoughts that I want to talk about too. That's one of the random thoughts I'm gonna talk about. I just kind of jumped the gun on that, but anyway, y'all, let's do what we always do. Let's get to these books real quick. Books every black person should read at least once in a lifetime. Brother Malcolm just popped up. Him and his sister Betty and two of his daughters. First book I want to talk about is a book that I have read at least 4 times in my lifetime. There's a book called Stolen Legacy, George G.M. James. It talks about how black people did it, but white folks got the credit for it. But that has been going on for how long, babe?
Ever.
Exactly. Yeah, so you know it's a long time. You can lead the 4 out there, son, bitch. But anyway, but in the words of Bernie Mac. But anyway, but that's a good read, y'all, if you're into your history and everything that black people invented. Another book along those lines is the book that I just recently purchased myself. It's been a while, but I've had it for a minute, and I'm halfway through it. Again, it's called Black Spark, White Fire, Did African Explorers Civilize Ancient Europe by Richard Poe. Another really, really, really good read. Talks about how black people went over to Europe and pretty much stopped them from completely dying from being utterly filthy. But we'll get into that later on down the line. Good read. Check it out. You'll love it if you're into that kind of thing. So you won't be disappointed, I promise. Another book along the same lines, Black People Invented Everything by Dr. Suhan Kumar Das. The book says it all, right there. Black people invented everything. So if you're into history and everybody, and you're into history and you want to know what accomplishments black people have done over the centuries, well, there you go. This is a good starting point. Check that out. Another book where I got is a book that a lot of people have been discovering for a while now. It's called Black People Are Indigenous to the Americas. Research material for the Inquisitive by Kimberly R. Norton. This book basically talks about how black people were the first people on what we know as the United States. We've been here for the past 57,000 years. But way before Leif Erikson, way before Asians started coming in from the Bering Strait and mixing in with the black folks and becoming, and in turn turning black people into red people, which is where you get the red natives. But I can get into that all day long. And last but not least, The Compensatory Counter-Racist Code by Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. That's all I got. And here we go with this section right here. Bold words from a black woman. My favorite section. Why? Because my wife came up with it. What you got today, babe?
You get my picture?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm posting it in a minute.
As you know, this section is dedicated to Black Americans, mostly women, but Black Americans across the board, that I feel have done significant change within the world or has done something to spark my interest.
Mm-hmm.
This week, I would like to pay homage to Claudine Gay. She has been inaugurated as Harvard University's first Black president.
Okay.
Gay is the 30th president of the prestigious Ivy League school and only the second woman to hold this position.
Wow.
Claudine Gay was born in August 14, 1970, not too much older than we are. She is a political scientist and professor serving currently as will be serving as the 30th president of the Harvard University.
Cool.
She became the university's first Black president after 360 years of founding the university.
So she's the first Black person, period.
The first Black, right.
Wow.
Prior to becoming the university's president, she served as the Eggerly Family Dean of Harvard Faculty of Arts and Sciences and the Wilbur A. Cowart Professor of Government and African American Studies. Gay's research addresses American political behavior, including voter turnout and politics of race and identity. So shout out to you, Miss Gay, for this prestigious award of becoming the 30th president of the Harvard University, a prestigious Ivy League school, and the first Black woman. Kudos to you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, y'all. Let's get ready for it. Because we got a lot to talk about on this part right here. Hold on. Y'all know what time it is.
And now it's time for MTP News.
I love that.
Thank you, Conrad. Well, as usual, there's a bunch of malarkey in the news. It's becoming sad, the world that we live in.
It's getting to the point now where, I'm not surprised about anything that pops up in the news anymore.
Exactly. It's becoming like either you're going to laugh at it or you're going to cry at it. It's no in between anymore. Sometimes it make you shake your head. Sometimes it make you say, Lord have mercy. Now it just be like, Here we go. Quote unquote. These boys were not looking for trouble. Ohio brothers linked to death a 17-year-old who shot them with a water pellet gun found not guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Sweet Pea reminded me that we did a story about this early on one of the earlier podcasts about two young Black men that pretty much stomped, let's just be real, they stomped the white boy to death for shooting a water pellet gun at them. I'm going to let you expound on this, and then I'm going to wrap it up with what I think.
Okay, well, these two brothers was out minding their own business. White guy comes out with this water pistol and starts shooting them with it. Okay, now what he was shooting them with was these little gel beads that you soak in water and they expand. And he was just shooting people with it. And the brothers caught up with this dude, snatched the gun out of his hand, then pretty much stomped him out because they didn't know if it was a real gun or what. They just saw a gun, and that's all they saw. Okay, now, here's the thing. They got arrested for it, went to trial, and the judge acquitted them of all murder charges. Now, they got hit with some misdemeanor charges, but that's not, I'm not worried about that too bad because the misdemeanor charges don't mean too much of anything. So, and of course, all the suspected white supremacists out there are pissed off about the situation because the first thing they started saying was, oh, it was a prank that went wrong, or he was just, he was just regular horseplay. Now, my question is this right here to the public. Why is it when it comes to us, if it comes to us, it's a problem, but if it comes to them, they're just playing around, it's just horseplay? That's my biggest question. Because if you remember, let's put our thinking caps on here. Remember a little 11 or 12-year-old boy named Tamir Rice?
Mm-hmm.
What was he doing?
Minding his own business in the park.
Playing with a toy gun, correct?
Been playing with a toy, yeah, pardon, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was playing with a toy gun, and this gun he had was supposed to be a toy.
Mm-hmm.
So that same energy that you have for these two young men right here, have the same energy for Mr. Tamir Rice.
Yeah.
Because the people that killed him, which were cops, by the way, have not been prosecuted. Last I heard. Am I wrong on that, babe?
I haven't heard anything unless I'm pretty, diligent in the news, and I haven't heard anything about any justice for this young man.
Exactly. So what's your take on it, babe? I just want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Well, I'm not insensitive. Let me start there.
Oh, no, me either.
But sometimes I've used this phrase a lot on this show. Help me. Repercussions. What to say in life? Consequences and repercussions.
Exactly.
You riding around on your little bike shooting a gun at people. And what really popped it off is when you shot that gun, you hit this little black boy in the face with that little pellet.
Come on now. That's what really did it right there.
You don't do that. And then a little man ran up on you, knock you off your bike, knock you out, pretty much. And when you fell down, his head hit the ground. And that's what the autopsy said. He pretty much died from blunt force head injuries.
Right.
But like I was saying earlier, these not babies.
No, they're not. They know better.
And if your parents haven't taught you, you should have some common sense that nobody in their right mind gonna let you just sit there and shoot them with a real bullet, a fake bullet, a water bullet, or anything. And they don't. Why are you over here, first of all, doing this? Do I know you, secondly? And third, that's your ass. I'm sorry. Now, even if this was your friend, like I said, my cousins used to shoot little pellet guns and BB guns at each other. And the result was one of them got his eye shot out. I mean, I'm not laughing at it, but there are always going to be some repercussions for stupid actions.
Well, in the words,
I hate that this young man passed away, but I'm elated that nothing drastic happened to these black boys, because in essence they were defending themselves.
Exactly.
I don't think they knew this boy.
They didn't.
They did not know, and they didn't know. Like I said, I'm looking at a copy of the gun. Yeah, the gun look weird, but it's shaped just like a real gun.
Exactly.
So they didn't know. They didn't know what it was, and probably when they hit him in his eye, it probably stung like hell.
Hell yeah.
And they didn't know what it was, and his family came in to try to help him and took it. Like they said, they don't know.
Right.
But R.I.P. to the young man who passed away, but God's grace and mercy to the ones who got off with just misdemeanors.
Exactly.
Because it could be so different in so many ways.
Let me tell everybody a little story. I told my wife the story.
Mm-hmm.
Around about 1983-84, somewhere along in there, me and a friend of mine and his cousin were in a park playing football with some more friends of ours. These three little Caucasian boys who we did not know from the neighborhood, because we pretty much knew everybody in the neighborhood. That's because everybody in the neighborhood was playing football inside the park. So they had these BB guns, and they were just shooting at people at random. One hit me in the leg, one hit my friend's cousin in the head, and the other one hit my friend in the shoulder. So we turned around to find out who was doing what, and it was them. So they got on their bikes, and when they saw us turn around, they got on their bikes and they hauled ass. We chasing behind them on our bikes, caught up with them, beat the crap out of them, and took their BB guns. We went home after that. No sooner I went home, I told my mother about this situation. My mom said, stay in the house, put your bikes in the backyard. So we did just that. No sooner we did that, I say about 5 to 10 minutes after we did that, here come the police officers back and forth looking for us. Now, they did stop my cousin, my friend's brother, and asked him, had they seen little black boys running around on their bikes, and he said no. So once the heat died down, my friend and his cousin went back to his house. They just lived down the street. My friend's brother told my friend that the cops were looking for them, and we pretty much told him the same thing, the same story we told my mother and everybody else. And they said, okay, well, I'll tell you what, just stay back. I didn't tell them anything, so just stay back and, stay out of the way for a little while, because they're going to be kind of high on the block. And they were hot most of that night. My point is this right here. When you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes.
I mean, I hate that. Even if it is a toy gun, let's just be clear.
Right.
It's a toy gun, but the outcome, Mr. Liming, that's his name, Ethan Liming.
Right.
He died right there, from, like you said, stupid games.
Right. So,
Stupid games.
I mean, it's sad he lost his life. I mean, nobody wants to lose their life over anything as stupid as that. But, again, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And me and you were talking about this earlier. We were talking about how some of these pranks get out of hand.
Like the one that I seen on TikTok. I done seen so many stupid ones on this TikTok that my little niece done load to my phone. This one boy, he just open up the door and walk in your house. That's why I be telling you, when you get here,
Lock the door.
click, doo, 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 turn the alarm on.
Exactly.
Because I was sitting up here one day, I could hear somebody jiggling at the handle.
You told me that because I was in the bedroom and I came in to see
and
what's
this
going
boy,
on.
he going around just walking in people's houses. Now you gonna walk on somebody, and you gonna meet the bird. That bird gonna be pointed right at your forehead.
Yep, and you end up losing your life.
Exactly. And then they jumping in people's cars.
Yeah, that's the one that gets me.
And then like you were talking about walking up eating people food off their table. First of all, food is high.
Let me tell you
For
something.
you to be messing with my food. Let's start there.
Let me tell y'all something right now. If you was to do this to the woman that I'm married to, she don't even like for me to go on her plate.
No.
And I'm her husband.
I don't play that. You don't drink after me. Don't pick up nothing. You ask me. That's just respectful. Then you just gonna walk up and grab something off my plate. We went to El Phoenix today. We spent $50 for lunch. Like, what the hell did we order? Food is too high for you to be walking up grabbing anything.
Yeah, because a while I talked about this earlier. There was a prank that people was going to places like Wingstop and other spots, where they served chicken wings, and they were just going around just snatching wings off of people's plates
That's
and eating them.
disgusting. And like that, I'm gonna say that fat black girl, but I'm not a fat hater, but that black lady that was going into these refrigerated areas, opening up ice cream and licking it.
Yeah, man,
nasty.
That's the part. That's the part that got me. Mike's in the building. Hey, Mike.
It's just gross, just disgusting. It's disgusting, just too much. It's just stupid games people play. And if this is what you want to do, the consequences will be on your head. But like I said, I don't condone violence. I don't condone anything like that. But I'm glad the black boys got a form of justice for once.
I agree.
Let's
man.
just keep it real for once. Because this could have turned around so different.
Oh, man, yeah, that could have been disastrous, man.
Because the judge would have thought Mr. Ethan was so innocent and he was just out on a joyride. He didn't mean no harm.
That's the way they're
threw the
painting that
book
picture.
at those black boys.
But then again, that's how they're trying to paint that
Exactly.
narrative.
Mhm.
That's exactly how they're trying to paint that narrative, when in essence, he was actually guilty of sin.
But I'm glad the judge saw through all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. The story did say the boy could have punched the boy in the face, but hey, punches land just like that bullet land in
real.
his face.
Right.
And he punched him a little too hard. He fell unconscious, and
It is what it is.
is,
I hate to say that.
Exactly.
And again, we're not condoning death, anything like that,
No.
because it's sad that a young man lost his life.
right.
But in the words of the Iceman King Parson, it bees that way sometime. What else you got, baby?
Moving on. Black students suspended due to locks, forced to complete schoolwork in isolated cubicle. The family has decided to sue the Texas governor.
Oh no! Hold on! Stop right there, babe. I'm not trying to interrupt you, or anything like that. Did you say Texas?
Of course.
Oh damn!
Ironside is what I call him.
Oh yeah! Okay, go ahead, babe. Finish the story.
Daryl Gregg is a black high school student from Texas, and his mother, Daryl George, and his mother, Dorisha George, are suing the state governor and attorney general, claiming that these officials fail to enforce a recent Texas law designed to prevent discrimination against people with race-associated hairstyle like Daryl's locks. They did pass a law here in Texas.
It's called the Crown Act.
They called the Crown Act. And, of course, locks are part of his crown. And for them to keep picking at this young man, I mean, I'm not going to be funny, but it is what it is. He has them. And if the law was passed, why are they still harassing this young man? To me, they're violating his civil rights.
I agree.
So, I again, if they sue, I hope that this works out in their favor, because if there has been a law established and put aside and put on the books for such an opportunity as this, because I think he was part of the initial reason why the law was even passed.
I was about to say,
I think this is like his second or third time of getting in trouble about his hair.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was about to ask. I'm sure. I think that's not the first time someone has said something about his locks.
Right. So why they keep messing with this young man, I have no idea. But like we said before, the Crown Act was enforced and has been passed. So why is there a problem with this young man and his locks?
Mike brought up a really good question. He said, what the hell does his hair have to do with his education?
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing, Mike.
I see grown-ass men who walking into buildings and they head look a mess.
Yep.
This man is a damn near billionaire, and can't nobody tell me what is that on Jay-Z's head.
Come on now.
What is that?
That's a hot mess is what it is.
But is anybody messing with him? Why? Because he's a billionaire? But ain't nothing wrong with this young. He has him twisted up real nice. I'm looking at a picture of him. He don't look bad.
Right.
So what's the problem if an act has been established and passed in such a case as this? So y'all stop messing with this young man, and I hope he and his mother get the justification that they seek, and they shall find and win. Let's just win. What say you?
Man, excuse me. My mother went to school with a man that I pretty much grew up knowing for all of my life. Man's name is, I'll go ahead and put his name out there. His name is Dean Mack. Dean Mack had long hair. Dean Mack used to wear an afro. Him and his brother Benny J used to wear afro. They tried to make Dean and Benny J cut their hair before they came to school because, they said it was a quote-unquote distraction. They didn't cut their hair. They threatened to put them out of school. They still came to school. So there has always been.
They put him out because of an afro?
Yeah.
Was this in the 70s?
Yeah.
Wasn't that what everybody
late
was
60s.
wearing?
Well, mid to late 60s, yeah.
Weren't people wearing afros back then?
Yeah.
So what, were they big like Michael Jackson's or something?
Humongous. If you knew Dean Mack and you knew Benny J Mack, hair is a part of their persona. They have always had long hair since I've known them, and I've been on them most of my life.
I agree with Mike in the chat room. What they got to do with if their hair is that big that's preventing somebody from behind them,
it's not.
Just ask them, can they sit on the back row? Just explain to them, baby, your fro is nice. It's a little too big. People can't see. Do you mind stepping back or sitting in the back of the room? But as far as harassing them about that's negligence to me. You might be making that child feel some type of way.
When I was growing up, I'm gonna put me back in here. When I was growing up, Mike said Tasha Parker had this same problem.
Tashira.
It's
Tashira.
Okay,
Tashira
Channel
Parker. 8. Mm-hmm.
Okay, had a problem with black hair. Okay. Yeah, yep, you're right. You're right, Mike.
Yep.
That was in the 80s. In the 80s, I had an issue because me and my cousin Jay used to have long hair. And my Aunt Evelyn used to braid it. That way it'd be easy for her to manage. Because she just every once a week she would take it down and braid it. Okay? She'll take it down, wash it, and grease our scalps, and then re-braid our hair. Because we had so much of it. We had long hair. some of the white teachers that we went to school with had a problem with that. And it was just cornrow braids.
Maybe they was jealous. Maybe they want they heard to be long like that.
And that's no telling, man. That right there, I don't get it. Because let me just say this real quick. Let's do a little bit of a history lesson. For a long time, black women have been doing elaborate things with their hair.
Always.
You know this to be true. You're a black woman. Braids is nothing new. It's been around for centuries.
No, it has not. Let's just keep it real. Per the standards in the world today, Kim Kardashian created braids.
Okay, bullshit. But anyway.
No, I'm sorry. Bo Derek invented braids.
Bullshit. But anyway, braids have been around for centuries. Okay.
Yep.
And the way black women wear their hair. Let me say this real quick. I think it was Louisiana. I think it was in Louisiana. There was a law passed saying that black women had to cover their hair because they were saying that the way their hair was situated was enticing white men to want to go to bed with them. Okay, so what the black women did in Louisiana, they would wrap their hair up in these elaborate head wraps. That became a problem as well. They outlawed them. Because that was enticing white men to want to sleep with them as well. So for black people to have issues with their hair, it's nothing new. Because for the longest time, white people couldn't wear afros. And then for some reason or another, a couple of curly haired white people found out they could blow their hair out, they could have an afro too. So then the afro stopped being a problem. It's the same deal with these braids. When Bo Derek came on television with them fake ass braids that she had, and they were fake, all of a sudden braids were cool. Braids were the chic thing to do, and black people had been wearing braids before Bo Derek was even born.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my take on it. It's bullshit. It's they have. I've always said this on this show. There's two sets of laws: the laws they have for us and the laws they have for them. The laws they have for us, they enforce the shit out of them if they even decide to even recognize the laws. The laws they have for them, they have a blasé attitude about them.
Yeah, until they can figure out a way to do it.
Exactly.
Excuse me. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Quote unquote, I just sat there and took it. Excuse me. A Florida teen reportedly edited into image holding cotton called racist turns by classmate. A Florida teen alleged she endured racist attacks from her peers at school, and the administration failed to do anything about it. Now her family is seeking justice with the assistance of the local NAACP and the U.S. Department of Justice. Wow! This young lady's name is Grace Clay. She's 16 years old, a Babcock Ranch High School student in Florida. If you look at the picture of her, she looks like she could be a mixed heritage.
Right.
But they took her head and put her light-skinned head on top of this dark-skinned body that's picking cotton.
Hold on.
WTF?
The kids she played volleyball, if I'm not mistaken, and they usually get together after games, or sometimes they might have sleepovers at one of the girls' houses. And she goes on to say that she just sat in the corner while she was struck with pillows during the incident at an away game overnight. I put my hands up and I just sat there and took it.
Hold on. Babe, I know you got something to say about this one.
Oh, do I? Baby. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not on my watch.
Oh, Lordy.
When I got up off that floor, I would have started twirling like the Tasmanian devil. And I was making sure I was going to get a lick in on all of them.
Hell
and
yeah.
I mean all of them.
Hell yeah.
You saw a picture with your face on it, picking cotton. Let's just start there.
Right.
And then you just sit in a corner
and
let them take it and hit you with pillows.
Nah. My question is this right here. Here's my question right here. Here's my question right here. Where is your backbone?
That's what I'm saying. See, I finna say something. She mixed, so maybe that other side,
Well, see, here's the
that
thing.
other side
Well, see,
was more prevalent than the other side.
I'm about to say, man, because
So,
like I mean, granted she's biracial, because I think she is biracial.
she looks like a yeah.
I mean, granted she is biracial. She shouldn't have. I mean, just that one time she should have been a nigga, not black. She should have been a nigga, plain and simple.
And not nigga the way they use it.
Not, exactly. She should have been a flat out nigga in that situation. And I hate using that word, but hey, that's what she should have been on that situation right there. In that situation right there, she should have been that. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. That's why I said I could have looked just like her and all, pretty skin. She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
But I would have put my hands up all right. Oh, see, at this point here, is it that because she keeps calling them her peers, and of course I'm sure those her little not playmates, but her teammates on the volleyball team. But in an instance like this, how much more can you take? How much are you supposed to endure? I know it could be twofold. She probably did that because she probably didn't want to get kicked off the team. She probably want to be known as a team player. She probably just thought they was kidding around. No, now when they talking about get the black one, and you the only black one in the room.
Oh hell no. Exactly. You remember that story? You remember that story about the little boy that spent the night at the white boy's house, and they had him drinking piss?
Yep.
You remember that one?
Yep.
This what this reminds me of. They tried to lie and say it was apple juice. Nah, bro, that was not apple juice. I know the difference between apple juice and piss.
But you couldn't even guess the reason why they started hitting her with a pillow.
Why?
They said because she didn't pick her cotton for the morning.
Yo, mama.
Oh no.
Pick cotton. Okay, I'm finna pick
So
your...
basically, instead of using whips, they use pillows.
They would go in the classroom and play. They would, refer to her as a monkey, and they would use homophobic comments toward her. And then they had the audacity to sit up in the class and play hangman. And guess what? The word they were trying to guess?
Nigga.
Girl, the parents should be outraged on both sides. Her parents, because they need to get her some self-defense classes, and then the other girl's parents need to be outraged because your daughters just pretty much showed the whole world what they've been taught at home.
Yep.
Or what they see at home,
Yep.
what they heard at home, what's in their mindset as young women.
Yep.
I do feel sorry for her because she probably felt bullied. She probably felt jumped on. Like I said, I think she's just about thrown about, but technically, she's not really. I know they say the 1% you supposed to be black, but if you look at her, she can pass for like a fair-skinned white girl.
Yeah.
She really can.
Yeah, because she has that whole, in my opinion, that Lena Horne vibe. Who Lena Horne could have easily passed for a white woman.
What they call the pass, yeah.
Yeah, Lena Horne could have easily passed for a white woman, but she refused. She said, "No, I'm black."
Absolutely.
Proud of it.
So good luck to her for whatever this come out to be. I hope, like I said, I hope her parents get her some self-defense class.
See, here's the thing.
Or something.
Here's the thing, babe, and I was going to talk to you about this later on down the line. Since I pretty much got the server up and running, I was thinking about teaching a self-defense class. What do you think about that?
I think every child should know that. I know how they should know how to defend themselves. Some people are like, nah, that's kind of like a form of what they call like brutality, or
no, it's not.
Or like you teaching them how to be.
No, teach them how to defend themselves.
Exactly, that's how I look at it. You teach them how to do against good and bad.
Yeah.
So I think it's an excellent idea because every child should know how to defend themselves.
I agree.
And in
with
this
you on
situation, I wouldn't say she needs to jump out big and bold, but they wouldn't have bagged me in no corner. I believe that, and they definitely would not be hitting me with no pillow.
Just because she
they
didn't
can
pick
try,
up.
And I grab his hand like that man grabbed that man that whip in it and say, "No, sir, you will not hit me no more." I be telling him, "Bitch, you will not hit me with this pillow no more. You is about to die, sister." No.
Again, like I said, she
get
should
the black one. Get the black one.
No.
I will start looking around like, who?
Man, I'm telling you. See,
Girl,
see, yeah. Like I said, y'all.
And what's up with them calling us monkeys lately? This is like the third story.
Let me tell you something.
Done
Let me tell you
done.
something. Let me tell you something.
Well, white people calling y'all monkeys.
Let me say this real quick. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, okay? Let me ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
What race of people are the hairiest?
That's what I'm saying. They
Hold on.
are.
Just answer it.
White people.
What race of people don't have any lips?
White people.
What race of people has hair on their goddamn knuckles
White people.
and their chest,
In their ears.
back, and
Toes.
and finally, what race of people have had the most cases of having a prehensile tail on their sacroiliac?
No, I don't know.
White people.
Excuse me. I didn't know that one. But
White
okay,
people.
now I know now.
Hell yeah. So who looks more like a monkey, us or them?
And what I'm saying, they just looking at the color. Because a monkey is black or brownish color. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just ridiculous. What's up with them calling us monkey here lately? That's ridiculous. But like I said, kudos to this young lady. I hope whatever she's looking for and whatever justice her and her family are seeking from the NAACP and the Department of Justice, it is warranted because no one should be treated like that. Especially you call me or call yourself being a teammate on a volleyball squad. So kudos to them. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Here's another one. Quote unquote, old enough to know right from wrong. Teens at Idaho High School to face disciplinary action after a quote unquote disgusting picture of them with t-shirts spelling out the N-word. Yeah, I saw this picture. I hope if everybody can Google it and look at it. It's about 6 white children standing up with black t-shirts on, one laying down in front of them. One of those t-shirts had an N on it, and you can just imagine what letters follow because they have them shaded out. And the one that's laying on the ground, she's giving the finger.
Hold on for a second. I got something for that shit right there. Wow. Okay.
6 students from Salmon High School in Salmon, Idaho, are are facing disciplinary measures after being photographed wearing T-shirts that spell out the N-word. It's evident that this was racist
And planned.
and planned for the day. Cause y'all just decided to all wear a black T-shirt with letters on the front.
Yeah.
And then y'all standing in a line
And
so
taking a
everybody
picture
can
with it.
tell what the word is.
Exactly.
But the thing is, this is what I hate about these grown people who act like they don't have anything to do or anything to say.
Yes, they do.
They said these kids was not promoting anti-black agenda,
Well, what
and
did you call
was,
it?
and they were not being malicious.
Then what did you call it?
They all decided to wear a black T-shirt with a letter spell on the front, and they just said, "Hey, you got a shirt? We got an iron. Hey, you got a shirt that got an N with.
This was
Let's try to
planned.
figure this out."
This
Okay,
was
so if that's the
planned.
case about them, what about that one that's laying on the ground giving a finger? What was she doing?
Exactly. That was planned. We ain't stupid. We was born at night, not last night. Come on, man. I might have been born yesterday, but I stayed up all night, goddammit. Come on. That's bullshit. Come on.
But they claim that they did not hesitate to react. There's going to be disciplinary action. But at the time this story was produced, I don't see anything that has been done. But I will definitely keep abreast of this story and let you know. I'm just frustrated that these people got up on a Wednesday morning,
Yeah.
posted this video at 7:40 a.m.
Oh, they did it early in the morning.
early in the morning. And you tell me this was not malicious?
That was planned.
Man, what's wrong with these superintendents? That's why these kids, they think they can get over on y'all because y'all are so damn naive.
They ain't naive. They know what's going on.
It's some bad children in this world.
And
They kind of think these grown-ups 2-1 because they know you guys are just so antiquated.
Here's the thing about that, babe. I agree with you to a certain extent. But let me just say this real quick. Those grown people know exactly what's going on.
These not like the story headline said. These are not babies.
No, they're not. They're teenagers. They know what the
They
fuck
can
they're
go
doing.
online and get anything they want.
Yeah.
So they knew what they was doing.
They knew exactly
Let's
what they
keep
were
it
doing.
real
It was
here.
malicious. Come on, they planned that.
Shit, damn.
If that
I would
wasn't-
say, you know what? Would this be considered a hate crime?
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, you don't have to hit nobody for nothing. You can just pretty much just be walking and be a hate crime, from my understanding.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna do a story later on to go show you just what I mean.
Yep. Hey, Mike, if you're still in the room, man, what do you think about this situation?
That's just
Type
sick,
it in,
man.
type it in the chat. But man, that right there, I mean, you can't tell me anything different. That was planned. That was premeditated. They planned
really
that.
was.
They planned that. That's bullshit. If they say it, they didn't.
I don't know why these. This is what we talked about. We don't have a story on it, but I'm gonna interject this story in right now. That's why. Oh no, I was talking to my brother about it. That's why we're losing teachers.
That's exactly
Cause who would want to go to school and deal with something like this?
That's exactly it.
If I'm black, working at a school, trying to teach you to absorb your mind to further along in life,
Right.
to use guidance and guidelines to further in your life as you get older.
Right.
And I have to walk into a room and y'all sitting in a line wearing a t-shirt that spell out nigga. Okay.
Yeah, Mike agreed with me. He said it was planned too. So yeah, definitely. It was planned, Mike. I agree with you, man.
They
That was
gotta,
planned.
like I tell my brother, they gotta come to work. They gotta deal with breaking up fights. They gotta deal with kids bringing guns. They gotta deal with people coming into school shooting up the school. They gotta come and making kids make sure they learn how to read. They don't want to read. They gotta deal with not having enough books so the kids can learn.
Yep.
Then they gotta call the parents and tell the parent that their kids skip school. The
Yep.
parent cuss them out.
Yep.
Then you gotta deal. Who want to go through that on a job?
Nah, I agree with you because I can tell you right now, babe. I never told you this before, or maybe I have. There was a time when a few people told me I should consider being a school teacher.
Me too.
Okay.
Right when COVID hit,
Yeah.
in Dallas, independent school, they had all them billboards around town.
Yeah.
And they said, long as you had a degree, please apply.
Yeah.
My friend come and I said, baby, please.
No.
Hell to the no.
No.
Because I know me,
No.
especially at that time, my attitude at that time, I will literally, and not in a good way, lay some hands.
Also for students.
Because what they need is a good old-fashioned ass whooping.
Come on now.
And I meant to say ass.
Come on now.
Because some of them not getting it at home.
That's exactly
and that's
it.
why they come to school acting the way they're acting. But you will not be walking in my classroom after I done put 20 years down on the books as a teacher, and you gonna make me lose my pension because my psychic can't take you coming here, bringing guns, cussing me out, throwing shoes at me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna talk
Help
about
me,
that
Lord,
story.
help me.
I was gonna talk about that story right there.
Help me, no ma'am, no sir. I told her I'll have to decline. No, you don't make a good teacher. On
I've
what
heard that
grade?
too.
What grade?
I've heard that too.
I'm not changing no diaper because I don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Second grade toddlers, hell to the no. Fourth grade, no, because they get in there still, they smelling themselves.
Yep.
Middle school, hell to the no.
That's
In
even
high
worse.
school, oh no, because I be boxing them because we was pretty much standing eye to eye.
Pretty much.
So I'm gonna stay over here unemployed. I'm stay over here on the bread line. Thank you.
Man, let me just say this. Let me say this real quick. I have had so many people come up to me and told me I should either be an arts teacher or a computer science teacher.
No, I can see that because you really don't get. I don't think you get bad kids in those classes. You get the
yes,
ones
the hell
that's
you
like
do.
most artists. They're looking for they're
A lot of
most
them are.
artists.
A lot of them are. A lot of them
yeah.
are. Yeah, a lot of them are.
You don't
I
get
agree
the
with you
one
on
walking
that.
with the braids hanging down to their butt talking about ski. Thinking they little sexy red little sister and stuff. I don't think you'll get them in the art class.
Mike asked us what areas would we concentrate on. Well, I can honestly tell you, Mike, if I were to be a teacher, I would probably. If I were to be a teacher, I wouldn't teach high school students because I wouldn't. I'd be to kill somebody. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'd be to hurt somebody's child, and I ain't got time for that. So me personally, I really can't speak for your sister, but me personally,
I won't.
And she just flat out won't do it. I won't do it either. But if I were to do it, hypothetically speaking, I would probably go with the middle school students because they're not as bad, but they're getting there, and they have a tendency to want to learn, even though they don't. They have a tendency to want to learn even when they don't want to. So that's what I would concentrate on.
I take that back. I work at a daycare with newborns.
Oh, yeah.
Because all they do is lay.
Later, eat, sleep, and shit. That's all they do.
Yeah. And I'll put a clothespin on my nose for that smell because baby shit, it has a different smell of shit.
You ain't
than any
lying.
shit that I ever seen. They pee is strong as hell.
You ain't lying.
So I just put a clothespin on my nose, wear some gloves. I deal with newborns. But
Yeah.
anything after newborns, it's a wrap for me.
That's right.
It's
I know
a
that's
wrap
right.
for me. Sorry.
But yeah.
Moving on.
All right.
Viral video shows Maryland police attempts to detain paralyzed man, they dragged him out of his car and make him sit on the ground before finding out that they had the wrong man.
WTF?
You know what?
Excuse me. I am so tired of these stories with the police
You know what?
having the wrong person.
Let me tell you something. The person they were looking for was black.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we already know that. Only thing they saw was a black man. That's all they saw.
Driving a car.
Driving a car. They didn't know if this man was a paraplegic or what. They just knew that he was a black man. They were looking for a black man.
Yeah.
That could have been me in that car. They probably would have stopped me too.
Absolutely.
Excuse me.
And him and his wife was pleading with them that he has a disability. Man, they dragged that man.
They dragged him out of the
They
car.
dragged
I
him
saw
out
the
that
video.
car and made him sit on the ground.
I saw the video.
Ridiculous.
I said, man, come on. They should have known. They should have known when they had to drag him out the car that he wasn't the man they were looking for.
Like I said many times on this podcast before, these states gonna get enough when they whole city, state, whatever go broke for paying out lawsuits.
Oh man, yeah.
You'll get it. They'll get it eventually.
That's the best way to hit him is in the pocketbook.
That's what this man has a whole case he can win.
Oh hell yeah.
The wrong suspect and dragged out the car. Oh Lord.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah.
Cha-ching.
You ain't lying.
I
Shit.
mean, he probably gonna get more than the Powerball up to 900 million or something.
Shit.
He could probably get just about as much as that because he has all kind of rights going on right here that was
man.
violated.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Violated. His wife was in the car. She had to witness this. You pull him on the ground. He has a disability. Plus, he was the wrong person. Oh Lord. Cha-ching, cha-ching. He paid. He is a paraplegic. That means he has more than one disability. All right, police. Y'all better get y'all some glasses.
Man, like I said.
Better go get y'all some glasses. Y'all gonna go broke paying all these lawsuits.
Like I said, man, it's I'm laughing, but it's not funny. But I'm laughing because I'm kind of at a loss for words as to what to say about the situation.
Yeah. It ain't nothing much you can see. Be like, what?
Yeah, exactly. So you got these people out here. You got these cops out here. I call them Keystone cops. You know the Keystone cops you see on those old Buster Keaton comedies and shit where they be running around in a circle.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I call them, Keystone cops.
The one that used to chase Larry, Camoy, and Curly. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Keystone cops. So yeah, that's what I call them because they sitting up here running around like damn Keystone cops, and they're taking these innocent people. And they are innocent. Let's just call it what it is. They are taking these innocent people, and they're arresting them because they're looking for someone else, and because they are of the same complexion. All of a sudden, boom, that's the person we're looking for, and that's messed up.
Moving on. Excuse me. Now this story right here has bothered me to the first time I read it and to the second time I saw the video.
What's up? What's up? What story is that?
Quote unquote, that's crazy. A video shows a neighbor cruelly and repeatedly sprays black New York doctor and his guests with water hose because they was playing loud music.
Now, before you start, let me say this real quick. For those of you who have been listening to the podcast for the past couple of years, you know that my wife and I are looking for a home. Okay? And one of the things that we're going to do when we get our home is we're going to host a lot of barbecues and parties at our house. And I know some of the people that I know. You know some of the people that you know. If a white person was to spray anybody that we know, or even us for that matter, with a water hose, that water hose would be someplace he wouldn't be able to remove it from.
And that's one of the things I said. I said I want the built-in speakers inside the home and the built-in speakers outside. That's just all I want in my house. That's it. So when I say, Alexa, play George Clinton. She finna come on. We got Alexa here. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Alexa, play George Clinton, Tommy Dog. I want that beat to hit. I want that beat to hit outside, inside. So you mean tell me my neighbor go run his picky-nitty ass over to the house instead of ringing the doorbell saying, hey, y'all, can y'all turn that down a little bit? And be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. We just over here grooving. We sorry. But you chooses to pick up your water hose and begin to spray us. It's on and popping. I'm
the
sorry.
thing about it.
I'm not trying to act like I'm bad. I don't claim to be bad, but that's disgusting.
But let me just say this real quick. Now, for those of you who don't know, my wife is married to a DJ.
Oh, excuse me. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and her husband knows quite a few DJs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that being said, my wife's husband, did y'all get that one? My wife's husband will definitely hook that up because we both love music.
Mm-hmm.
And with me being a DJ, you know I'm gonna hook up some fly ass shit.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I wish someone would come over to the house telling me, hey, your music is too loud.
And this just wasn't no anyone. This is like a prestigious doctor.
It don't matter who
You know,
it was.
who was hosting a prominent how you say the word?
A
Predominantly black dinner party.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure they weren't playing no Lil Wayne.
Hell no, they wasn't.
They could be though.
They might have been playing.
They could have been like Pamela and her hosted a rap fest. I don't know.
Yeah.
But still, was it that loud for you to spray them over? He was spraying them over the fence. You know, come on, man.
Yeah.
Have we became that desensitized towards our neighbors? We can't even be good neighbors anymore.
For real though. If you got a problem with anything I'm doing, just knock on the door.
Exactly.
That's all you gotta do. We're adults here.
Oh my God. And then they show his picture. He looks crazy deranged.
Who, the white dude?
And he looks like he could be a tad bit on the racist side.
I knew he had to be white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew he was a white guy because I saw that video too. I'm like, man, come on. If that would have been one of my damn ghetto ass cuz, they would have climbed that damn fence and put that damn water hose up his ass and dared him to take it out.
This story just touched me and rubbed me the wrong way. 'Cause I'm like, you know, could we have these stories where, let me go ahead and find it. The one where the let me see. Do we have it in here?
Which story?
I think we already did it.
Which
The
one?
one where the neighbor is spraying nigga all on the garage and on the
we did that one already.
cars
We
and
did that
in
one
the
already.
driveway.
We did that
You
one
mean
already.
to tell me you hate the color of my skin that bad that you gonna spray paint my house and my car?
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh Lord, no.
I really am.
No, I'm not.
I'm going to have cameras all over the place.
You can't
I'm
tell
looking
unless
forward to that.
this is not Jim Crow 19 whatever. You can't tell me where I can and cannot live because okay, if you don't have you move.
I'm looking forward to that.
You move. Don't come here and mess my skull. When you come on over here
Yeah.
and I protect. Talk about protect and serve.
Oh, okay.
I'm serving some protection, all right.
Exactly
Cause
my
you
point.
have no reason for stepping on my property
Exactly
line.
my point. That's what I'm getting at.
And
right
I got
there.
you on video.
That's what I'm getting at
Oh
right
my
there. Because I'm going to
God.
have cameras all over the place.
Oh my
I
God.
promise you that. We're going to have cameras all over the place. So something like that, if it was to ever happen to us, then we will have your ass on camera. I'm going to find out who you are and where you stay, and I'm coming to see you. Plain and simple.
A water hose. Can you just imagine being in the backyard? Atomic die. You know, you sort of act like you're cute and shit, trying to step and shit. Now all of a sudden, here come rain on your head. You be like, wait a minute, Lord. You be like, wait a minute, no, it ain't the Lord.
Ain't
It's
a cloud.
coming over this fence.
And a cloud in the sky.
Exactly. Girl, I couldn't even. I could not even. We have really become.
Oh my goodness.
We become. I don't know what neighbors have become these days, but these stories about these neighbors and this situation right here, spray painting the lady house, run over the lady. Why you run this lady trash cans?
That's a good question.
Going through the lady trash. What you looking for this lady trash? What you going through her mail for? Her trash
I
for?
forgot about that story.
It's 2 minutes. Story about the neighbors and like the FedEx man chased the boy out the neighborhood. They feel like
yeah.
he shouldn't be there. He's delivering packages.
For real.
Like the young man who lost his life. He was just sitting living in a house they was building.
Right.
And he was just looking like, oh man, look, they building this house. What they got in here? They accuse him of trying to steal.
Ahmaud Arbery.
He could look in. I go looking at houses all the time.
We
So if
both
I
do
get
it.
out my car and look at a house, I might lose my life.
Yeah.
That's crazy. These neighborhoods are getting out of control, especially these neighbors that have problems with people's skin color.
Now, I had always said, and I told you this on several occasions, when we do get our house, I want to live around nosy white people because they will watch your house whether you want them
If
to
they
or
don't like
not.
you, they might. They might
Exactly
not.
my point. Exactly my point. So they will watch your house whether you want them to or not. But then again, that could go against us because they could be a little bit too nosy.
Well, they did. The 15 guests that was there was majority black and Latinos. They was at the doctor's home celebrating his sister's 47th birthday party. They have filed a lawsuit against, look at this, white man. His first name is Marcus.
Whoa. Hold on. Let me get that. Hold on.
Wow! Marcus Rosebrock.
Okay. Well, yeah, that last name is definitely white.
Accused of cruelly and repeatedly spraying them with water. Lord, I just white man named Marcus. I done seen it all. Moving on.
That's funny.
Now, this story right here, again with the monkey, quote unquote, this is Trump country. A black former employee at Florida Waste Management Company alleges co-workers taunted him with a stuffed monkey bear and used racial slurs. It's like, has this always been, like my dad? My dad had worked for a prestigious aerospace company here locally, and I wonder, did he ever endure anything like this? But back then, were we just so, I'm not gonna say scared, or maybe we just didn't speak on it because it probably was happening so much that they just be like, you know what, I don't want to lose my job. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them talk to me like I'm crazy. No, my daddy held to the no.
I honestly, to be completely honest with you, I really can't see your pops taking anything like that.
But it's a picture here. They got this stuffed monkey sitting on top of a file cabinet. And why keep calling me Nick? Okay.
Here's my whole deal right here. One of my favorite actors is Fred Williamson. Fred Williamson, back in the day, they used to call him the Hammer. Played football for the Kansas City Chiefs. Almost won Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs. Fred Williamson said that because of how he played football, they called him all kinds of niggas and stuff like that. And sometimes he would get into fights because of that. Now, mind you, Fred Williamson is a legend in his own, on his own. He was really good friends with another football legend who is no longer with us, Big Jim Brown. Jim Brown retired from football early so he could pursue an acting career. That's pretty much the same thing that Fred Williamson did. And Jim Brown will tell you flat out, the N-word was thrown at him a lot because Jim Brown was larger than life.
But I can see the get back on that, because when they call him nigga, he just hit him hard. Just next time on the next down, he try to knock the hell out of him.
And that's exactly what Fred Williamson did.
Yeah, I can see the get back. When you work in a factory or in an office, what's the get back? What kind of get back can you get?
Well, here's my deal. For those of you who don't know, and my wife can tell you all this, I am very petty.
I concur.
Damn, but you ain't gotta agree.
Ditto. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, baby.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, but think about this, though, baby. He works in a waste management company. Just imagine the devious things that I could do.
Oh, Lord. Me too. I thought I took my shoes off. Be smelling shit the whole time here.
Exactly. I got your nigga. Yo, okay, keep on. I got your nigga.
Well, I know sometimes people don't feel like, well, one of the guys were black and then another one was from Haiti or Haitian. and he's a black American and a Haitian American.
Okay.
And the Haitian, he said he got it on the regular. He said that they would call him the N-word, say, go back to Haiti. There is no need for you here. Go back on the banana boat.
Oh, hell
this
no.
is Trump country.
Oh man, this is my whole deal right here. This is my response. This is my response to all of that.
Yo, mama.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just saying, man.
When I tell you Trump done let these people out the box and they feel like they can say and do anything to you. And again, why do y'all reference monkey? Because it's black.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
There's some more black animals out there. Call me a cobra or
anything, man.
A crow. No, don't call me no crow. No.
A panther.
A panther, yeah. Now, see, they're not going to call you nothing good like that.
No.
They think a monkey is derogatory.
Exactly.
But monkey is one of the smartest animals in the jungle.
Yeah.
Didn't Tarzan teach y'all that? That was his best friend. Let's keep it real.
My point is this right here. I say all that to say this, y'all. I had a shirt out, and my wife can back me up on this. It said, "Dear white people, don't let your president get your ass whipped." Okay, I think I need to put that shirt back out.
So you put that in rotation, honey, immediately. Cause these people letting Trump get, they gonna lose an eye socket.
Man, or more than that, they jaw gonna get dislocated.
You're like, I was just walking to the car.
Exactly.
And then this man, lips gonna be hanging.
Oh,
You gonna be looking like Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns on Martin. Head gonna swell up. Lip gonna be hanging. Keep it up.
Let me tell y'all something, man.
Trump country.
My wife just gave me a really good idea. She doesn't know it yet. But what I'm going to start doing is whenever she starts doing these shows, I'm going to start putting pictures up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that way you can get a visual of what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start doing that here in the near future. So be ready for that. So that's about the only major change we're going to be doing. Is on top of that, since I got the server up, we're going to be broadcasting on the server here real soon. So that way, we can be unadulterated and uncut. So anyway, go ahead, baby. Well, shit, we already unadulterated and uncut. I say what the hell I want to say.
Now this is another story.
Let me ask you this. On a scale from 1 to 10, how bad is it?
It's
10
a 10
being the highest.
It's a 10.
Okay.
Because, excuse me, it's about parents involving these babies.
Oh, no. Not that story.
Quote unquote, whites only. A poster advertising social group where European children, quote unquote, European children could, quote unquote, escape forced diversity spurs outrage has been slammed as vile garbage by the mayor. Now, I took it upon myself to blow up the poster.
Yeah.
So I can read it.
Right.
When we get in trouble, we read this whole thing.
Read it.
Okay. The poster said, join us for whites only, moms and tots. Are you looking for somewhere your children can play with others that look like them?
Oh, hell.
Are they tired of being a minority in their schools or daycare? Escape forced diversity and join other proud parents of European children as we create an atmosphere in which our kids can feel like they belong. Invest in your child's sense of well-being and racial identity by giving them the gift of time spent amongst their own people, ... because they deserve it.
Oh, my God.
Now, this was hung up. Hung up. Hung up. And was on a platform on this X, which is formerly known as Twitter.
Right.
First of all, how can diversity be forced on you? Secondly, when did y'all become the minority? And third, I don't give a damn what y'all do. If y'all want to host a party all day, every day with all your own kind, who cares?
You know
Y'all
what?
do that anyway.
Let me say this real quick.
God.
Let me say this real
But this
quick.
not racist.
Let me say this.
Oh,
real
this
quick.
happened.
It's racist as hell.
This happened in Canada, by the way.
It don't matter. It's racist. I tell people this all the time, man. Canada is just as racist as America. I know people from Canada, black people. They told me flat out, it's just as racist in Canada as it is here.
Exactly. And they're saying I want to live in Canada because I got tired of America. But now I'm not going there either. I might as well just stay here.
My whole point is this right here, and we talked about this earlier. Some of the baddest children are what color, baby?
This piece of Kleenex, I'm finna blow my nose on.
So, I mean, and like I said before, I don't give a damn. That's what you want to do, knock yourself out. That's what you want to do, knock yourself out. I don't care.
But what do they mean by white only?
That means exactly what they said. Only
Show
white
me
folks.
one now in this 2023 that we're living in.
Yeah.
Show me or prove to me a purebred white person.
Well, here's the thing about that, babe. Here's the thing about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing. Because we talked about this earlier. If they shake their family tree off hard enough, a nigga will fall out.
That's what I'm saying. Show me a purebred European
right
white person.
There isn't one. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I really don't care. If that's what you want to do, in the words of my grandfather, tear your ass. I don't care. Knock yourself out. If you want to hold a play date just for white children, go on ahead. I don't care.
Y'all do that on the regular when
You
y'all
do it
have
anyway. So,
when y'all meet for jamboree,
all the bullshit.
in your households or tea time. Y'all do that anyway. So what more prevalent do you need?
Exactly. Don't nobody give a damn. I know I don't give a shit. Mike, if you're in the chat room, do you give a damn? I know I don't.
It just like, and then when they do stuff like that, they try to, switch the narrative when it's been brought to be like, okay, so this not right. No. We just trying to not, have too much diversity. What diversity do y'all have? You just said white only.
That's it. Come on now. well. I think it's fun.
That's hateful.
I think it's
they
funny.
are expressing racism among they little tots.
Mike said he didn't give a shit either.
Exactly.
So hey.
So so tots mean like 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So you mean tell me you're trying to encourage? Okay, so when these 2, 3, 4 tots get up to school age, are they just gonna go to an all-white school?
Okay,
which is possible, I'm sure.
Okay, let me ask you a question, baby. I've always said this on this show. What's more racist than a white man?
A white woman.
And a white woman wrote this poster.
Exactly.
She did.
So they can express themselves. So they can. Girl, okay. So they can have a sense where they can feel like they belong.
Where don't they belong? That's the question.
So you don't want them to be. Are you tired of them being a minority in their schools or daycare? Let's help them escape forced diversity. Their diversity ain't for that just mean that there's some black people and some Hispanic people and some Korean people that possibly go to your child's daycare or your child's school. That's not forced.
That's not forced. That's just the way it is.
That mean y'all all live in the same area, y'all go to the same schools.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ain't nobody put no gun to y'all head to make y'all go. Y'all can get y'all kid. Why don't y'all start y'all own? You know what? Y'all done tried to start y'all own colony for many, many years.
They can start again.
And us are just like roaches. We infest y'all neighborhoods. Pretty much take it over. Let's just start here where we live. This right here, when I was in the back in the 70s and 80s, was predominantly white.
I believe it.
What I hear now?
Mostly, I've seen more black people than Hispanics than anything.
Then they moved a little bit more south. They moved down to Red Oak. What's in Red Oak now?
A lot of
What's
black
in
folks.
Glen Heights now?
Black folks.
What's in Midlothian now?
Black folks.
What's in Mansfield now?
Black folks.
Wherever y'all go, we coming. Hello? We coming. You can't get away from us. Cause whatever good y'all got, we want part of that good too, especially we can afford it.
And just so y'all know, my wife and I are looking for a house in that area.
Exactly.
So get ready.
So I keep making fun. It might be him out there with the African flag. It might be me walking around with a Bantu cloth on and my Erykah Badu head rag on and my big black girl magic earrings on with my little shaka beads around my ankle. I sure would. because I'm proud of my blackness. You can't take it from me, and I hope to pray to God nobody ever tried. And if you have a problem with it, that's an issue you have to deal with. Go to your therapist, lay on the couch, and talk to them.
Hey, Mike, I think I'm being a bad influence on your sister, man.
No,
What do you think?
that's just what it is. I'm getting tired of these stories calling people monkey. We need to be inclusive. You've been inclusive for 400 plus years now. Let's keep it 100.
You know what?
Good
I agree with
Lord.
you, man. I agree with you. You already know how I roll. You know how I roll. You know how I roll. I could care less.
Okay.
Shit. I could care less, man. Come on. But anyway, don't nobody,
Now this story is gonna piggyback off one of the ones I did, because this story is twofold for me.
Okay.
Quote unquote, they don't care. A viral video of an Asian woman hitting homeless black men sparks outrage on social media. Let's take it back a couple of years. I think it was like last year about this time. Some Asian man got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Firestorm started. They even got a law passed about it. Now here you are, got an Asian woman whooping and kicking on a black man. He just sitting there like, what the hell is going on here? Because he was sitting in front of the store. So this go back to this story I mentioned before. What in the hell is going on?
Mike said I'm doing a good job being a bad influence. But anyway.
Right. Exactly.
But to answer your question, I'm going to quote one of my favorite comics out there, Eddie Griffin. He said, "Where's the leave a nigga alone law?"
I mean, he wasn't bothering nobody. I mean, yes, homelessness is rampant right now. I feel
agree.
so sorry for these people. And he just so happened to lay there for the night. But that don't constitute you. And you ought to go ahead and see this picture of her. She is literally putting her foot all on this man's back, trying to get him to scoot on down the sidewalk. It's okay, but then that little Asian man who got hit in the head, I'm not laughing, Lord forgive me. The little Asian man who got hit in the head.
It was a national tragedy.
Exactly. Y'all like, oh Lord, please help us. They trying to kill us. He done cracked this man in the head. We need a law.
And they got one overnight.
So this black man need a law now too against Asians.
They got one overnight.
Oh my God.
I told you, I'm quoting Eddie Griffin. Where's the leave a nigga alone law?
We're hated by so many people. We're hated by everybody.
Everybody.
But do we have a law?
Everybody that comes into this country, they all practice anti-black American racism. All of them do it. Even the black, even the black immigrants, they practice it.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Every race.
Yeah.
Hate has no place in this world.
I agree with you on that.
I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you come from. You know, we lost too many people to COVID. Didn't this world not wake up from... This was a man-made disease that has finally been proven.
Yep.
We lost
I've been saying that.
Millions of people.
Yep.
And we still have this much hate.
Mm-hmm. And
this man is already down and out. He's sleeping on the damn concrete, people.
And you're going to kick him down?
And you're going to kick him. And you're Asian, but when your little counterpart got hit, y'all got a whole law.
Overnight.
And some money.
Overnight. Don't forget the overnight part. No studies, no committees, nothing. It happened overnight. Joe Biden put that into law within a matter of minutes. Not hours, minutes.
I don't know. And I got two more and I'm gonna wrap it up.
All right.
A couple of weeks ago, we talked about this lady who was fighting a 13-year-old at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Who talking about, I fight kids, I'll fight you.
Right.
I think she got her ass handed to her a couple of days ago, didn't she?
Of course.
Did she have something like they arrested her? They finally found her and arrested her? Fight them ladies in prison. Yeah. Fight them ladies in jail. Since you like fighting kids, fight them.
Okay, first and foremost, y'all, let me go ahead and give y'all a little backstory on this. The woman that did the fighting of a well, how old is this? 13 years old. Mm-hmm. And this is a full grown ass woman.
Defenseless 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And this is when I say grown ass woman.
This was a big
She's a biggin. I'ma say it. I can say it. I'm a biggin. She's a biggin.
Okay, I was gonna say she's a big bitch, but okay, yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
and she's fighting this 13-year-old child who wasn't doing anything to her, by
just
the way.
walked up on them.
Just walking inside McDonald's, and she wants to fight. Now, let me just say this: this big bitch was Hispanic. She was a Hispanic woman. Now, why was she fighting this child? I don't know. Maybe she got something against black children. I don't know.
Well, you gonna learn today, Miss Ma'am, Miss Senorita. You gonna learn today.
For sure.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Hell yeah, and I'm glad she getting. I'm glad she getting her ass handed.
I hope
to
they
her.
don't. I don't hope they don't give her no. What's that stuff they give you? When you don't go to jail, they give you something other than jail.
Probation.
I hope she get time.
Hell yeah.
Cause this baby eye is swollen shut.
Hell yeah.
She laid some hands on this baby, and she 13. God bless the lady, bless the baby, and bless this woman that she finally got arrested. And I hope they give her the utmost book thrown at her.
Hell yeah.
Cause you're messing with the kids. Now this story right here, I'm gonna wrap it up with this story right here. Cause when I tell you this is the clown of the day, you know, Charlamagne have donkey of the day. We gonna have clown of the day.
Okay, that sounds. Clown of the week.
Especially during this presidential race we have going on right now. Quote unquote. I know y'all probably heard this story, but I want to talk about it. Quote unquote. You believe you need to disgrace your ancestors to have a chance? Tim Scott.
Oh Lord, stop right there. Stop right there.
Tim Scott. Timmy, that I call him, insinuates that welfare was worse than slavery
WTF.
for black families.
You know what? Let me say this real quick about Tim Scott. Let me say this real quick about Tim Scott. Now, every single time I say that Tim Scott can't be any more of a coon, he opens his mouth and starts talking, and he makes me look like an ass. He has taken cooning. Now, the top coon to me was Jesse Lee Peterson. Not anymore.
Well, I always thought Candace Scott, that's like man, woman. You right.
Oh, yeah.
They running neck and neck.
Yeah, they running neck and neck. Okay, now, and I also thought that Larry Elder was a bigger coon than Tim Scott. Wrong again. Tim Scott has taken cooning to a whole new level. Every time he opens his mouth, something coonish comes out. Go ahead, babe. Finish with the damn story. Okay, go ahead. We'll talk about some more. Go ahead. Go ahead, babe.
Let's just start at him being oh Lord, I went to church today, went to the musical last night.
Trying to keep it Christian.
Oh,
Make you lose your religion, huh, babe?
because I was gonna say he's a fucking disgrace. Whoever votes for him is one as well. White, black, Mexican, dog, cat, fish. I don't care. I don't care at this point. This man had the audacity to insinuate that welfare was worse than slavery. And Mr. Scott, and I use that word loosely, Mr. If you do your homework or have your aides do the homework, you will see that there has always, and I mean always, been more white people on welfare.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you said that because I was just about to say
There
that.
has been study after study after study, the same study they trying to pay us that reparation with, done that show white women is the greater abuser. Let's keep it real.
You're right.
Of welfare.
Yep.
And for you to have the audacity to compare it to slavery makes me look at the clown of the day. I wish we had a clown noise.
I'll find one.
He's the clown right now.
I'll find one. I will find one.
You turned and said that you're running on the platform that you was raised poor.
Okay.
Your mom did the best she can do to raise you and your brothers. I think it's just a brother, so whatever it was. Now you're saying that welfare was worse than slavery. So, Timmy, Let me ask you. None of your relatives were slaves?
Here's my deal.
Hmm? In the words of what's his name? George, what's his name? The Dick Gregory. Huh? Huh? None of your people were slaves, Timmy? Huh? And you saying that welfare was worse than slavery?
Let me say this real quick.
Oh
This
my
this
God.
this goes along the lines of someone that has no clues of what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Okay, and just like you said, I'm glad you said that because I was about to say that there are more white people on welfare than there are black.
Always been.
Yeah, because for the longest time, black people couldn't even get on welfare. That didn't start happening to the mid to late 60s. Black people getting on welfare didn't happen to the mid to late 60s. Black, white, so and all the welfare queens, most of them are white. For every one,
that's why I said abuse.
For every one black welfare queen you see, there's about 10 white ones.
Exactly. Cause you know how they got on there? When this war started. And their husband went to war.
Yeah, and
then
World War II.
Some of them went work, and some were like, I can't do nothing. My
Right about
husband
World
went
War
to
II.
war.
That's what
so they
happened.
end up giving them welfare.
That's what happened around about World War II. And for the longest time, black women couldn't get on welfare like I said.
Exactly. So where did he get this from? Slavery. Welfare. You sit up in the house. You get the government to send you a check every month. Slavery. You had to get up at the crack of dawn
and
to go pick some cotton
or tobacco
or
sugar,
if you don't
whatever.
Exactly.
If you don't
don't make enough, you get beat to death.
Yep.
Or later on that night, the husband will be treated like a sex slave,
Yep.
or the woman will get raped. Okay, I don't see the comparison. Am I missing something?
Well, like I said, it goes along the line of somebody not knowing what they're
Or
talking
you had to
about.
go in there, you done had a baby. The white lady titties ain't big enough, so the black lady had to go give her titty to the white lady baby.
Yep.
Or I gotta get up in the morning and go feed the white lady, make breakfast for the white lady,
Yep.
brush the white lady hair, bathe the white lady.
Yep.
How's that compare? And I just said, welfare, I sit up in my house all day and wait on a check.
Once a month.
How's that? Okay.
Well, again,
Look,
like
Timmy,
I said,
let me say this to you, bruh. Good luck with your campaign. Cause right now you wasting money.
and time.
You wasting you out here. I don't know if anybody gonna tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. Mimi the lady from
All right.
Melanated Thoughts is telling you need to sit your ass down, clown. Cause right now you are looking like a plumb fool. Whoever advising you on this stuff is making you look like a plumb fool. If you get in this presidency race, it's because everybody else done died. And you're not it, bro. You're not it. I don't know if you sincere, are you genuine in your thoughts and in whatever you're trying, whatever platform you're trying to stand on. Come down. Just like I told that man, the man that was the pizza owner that was running, gone back to your pizza shop and start making pizzas.
Yeah.
Timmy, whatever you was doing, gone back and started doing that.
He was the senator.
Because you're making you looking so
Stupid.
dumb right now.
Yeah.
And this statement right here, just those couple of things I just spoke out to you versus slavery versus welfare. Think about that. Slavery was worse. I mean, welfare was worse than slavery.
Nah, man.
Do you see people trying to run off of welfare?
Nope. A lot of them don't.
But people was trying to run from slavery
Oh yeah, no doubt about
to a whole nother part of the world.
Yeah.
Most people I know that's been on welfare, I ain't gonna say no name, when they do decide to move, they make sure their welfare is able to switch states with them.
Come on now.
Is it gonna be able to be transferred?
Yep.
Can I get my housing transferred?
Yep.
I ain't never heard no slaver say, no, when I move up to north, they still gonna whoop my ass.
Exactly.
Rape me when I don't want to be raped.
Yep.
Have a mixed breed baby when I don't even want it. Huh?
Mike had a really good question. He says he can't to Herschel Walker.
Exactly. I think they cousins. Just like we said about the Usos. They're in the same bloodline. They gotta be.
That's a good one, Mike.
Exactly. That's a good one. They gotta be. There is no way these men is thinking about this stuff they saying themselves. That's why I said, like last time we were talking about the ghetto culture.
Yeah.
Is this trying to be their 15 minutes of fame?
I don't know what it is, man. I mean, I
You
genuinely think
can't
he's a
believe
coon.
this. You can't believe this.
He is cooning. Yeah. And Mike, you raised a good point, Mike. He done out-coon Herschel Walker.
Exactly.
And that's saying a lot. He done out-coon Herschel.
I just it's like I said, when you think you done heard the most outlandish, coonish thing, here we go.
Like I said,
In the words of DJ Khaled, and another one.
just like I said,
It's
babe.
something else, this ignorant motherfucker. I mean, it's something else. Excuse me, Lord. It's something else he said a couple of weeks ago.
I remember. I can't remember what he said though, but I remember I mentioned it to you.
It's like every week.
Excuse me.
That's what I'm saying. Whoever somebody's telling this man to say this.
Yeah.
To keep
yeah.
people be like, because what you're doing is keeping his name out there. Just like, hey, the same thing about DeSantis.
Oh.
Or we call it DeClantis.
Yeah, DeClantis,
He was doing
yeah,
some
yeah.
crazy stuff.
And still
every week. Keep his name out there. But now you really don't hear about it, because now he's pretty much nominated as one of the running forefronts for the presidency.
Yeah.
I think that's what Tim doing. He got to be. Ain't no way this man is saying he believe it. There's no way.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Tim is supposed to be an educated man.
Who? What school?
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
Y'all go get y'all degree back. Get your degree back. Get your high school diploma back. Get your little certificate when you go from kindergarten to first grade. you get all your stuff back from this man. Cause they making whatever school system he went to. He's making y'all look really, really, really dumb.
He making y'all look bad. He really is, man. That's saying a lot. But anyway. Is that it, baby?
Yeah, yeah. I'm wore out. I'm wore out.
Y'all got my wife completely discombobulated.
Well, let me say this.
Literally.
We brought this up earlier. This is what I want to talk about in our theme of the show this week.
Okay.
Excuse me. We started talking about it earlier. Oh, Lord. Michael, close your ears. You ain't never heard me talk like this. Get off Deion Sanders' nutsack. Deion Sanders has not done anything to anybody.
Yeah.
I look at him as a national treasure. Jason Whitlock is a hater. Mm-hmm. He wish he could have just an ounce of what Deion have in his. He wish he had in his whole body what Deion Sanders has in his pinky or in that toe he lost. Let's just be real. I like what Warren Sapp did.
Yeah.
I don't know if Warren Sapp said this because Deion want him to come up there and coach or whatever. But Warren Sapp pretty much got Jason Whitlock. He handed him his ass on a silver platter.
Warren Sapp did.
On a silver platter.
Kwame Brown did too.
Yep. And every day, all day, Roland Martin do.
Oh man.
And I love me some Roland Martin. Jason Whitlock, he's another one. Somebody got to be paying him, talking about, Jason, we gonna send you a check if you cannot coon the last statement you said last week.
And he said, yes, a boss.
Exactly.
I was gonna do it.
Because this man say some word. I'm like, what? Now he's another guy me scratching my head. Because it makes it look bad because I guess, is he black?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. He's a foundational black American, unfortunately. Well, anyway.
Like I said, leave Deion Sanders alone. Let this man try to coach this Colorado team to the best of his ability in his first year of coaching. And Jason Whitlock, find you another occupation.
Man, he just be quiet on so many levels, man. And Mike, if you're still in the chat room, man, I would love to hear your take on all of this stuff. 469-522-9103. Please call in. I would love to hear your thoughts.
And the name of his show is called Fearless. Fearless? Oh, okay. Sure. All right. Mm-hmm. But that's all I gotta say.
But, yeah, I agree with you on that, man. They just leave Mr. Deion alone, man. Leave Coach Prime alone, because Coach Prime is doing good things at Colorado. He lost 2 games to 2 good teams.
Mm-hmm. Very good teams.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him because of that. One team he almost came back on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not mad at him. And just like you said, when he was playing Oregon, 3 or 4 coaches were all ganging up on. So it took 4 coaches to beat one.
One. And he ain't even been a coach that long.
Exactly.
Y'all been in the game for years.
That ain't saying very much for them, now
Exactly. It took 4. It took 4 of y'all. 4 of y'all.
It took 4 coaches to beat one.
I don't know. That don't look good.
Mike's calling. Hold on just a second. Mikey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, fam?
Hey.
I can't call it, man. Hey, man, Mike, the floor is yours, man. What do you think about this whole Tim Scott thing, man? I got to hear what you got to say about that.
Yeah, man, I just think it's all about the coon deal thing. The hot mess.
Now, would you vote for him?
Hot mess, and you know, we just going nuts around here, man. That's just all. That's
Can you
the
hear
bottom
me?
line.
Will you vote for him? Is he one of your candidates in your eyesight to vote for?
What'd you say?
Ask him. I don't think he can hear me.
You should be hearing. Your sister was saying, would you vote for him? I think I know the answer to that question, but would you vote for him?
I'm at the point where I wouldn't hardly vote for nobody nowadays.
Come on now, there you go.
I'd rather vote for an AI robot.
Not AI. Oh no.
No, what does that tell you? I'm telling you, brother, we better off letting robots run our country and run it.
Damn near that anyway.
Where I'm fed up with it myself.
Mike, man, you know,
older people, and they said they don't even hardly like to vote no more, man.
Mike, I'm just gonna be honest with you, Mike.
We're voting for a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
From our presidents on down to these lying politicians.
Exactly. I mean, Mike, I had said this on several occasions, and
it's all about the dollar bill to me.
That's pretty much what it's about.
Think? Do you think it's about just money, or do you think it's about just power?
Both. I say both because with the way they're situated, because you got to think about this. People with power, they always want one thing over anything else, and that's more power. So with people like, let's say, a Donald Trump or even a Joe Biden for that matter, even though he's dumb as hell too, it's the whole power dynamic. As long as they're in power, they're going to want more of it. Because think about this: when Donald Trump was in office, he was the most powerful man in the so-called free world. Okay. And he put some policies out there, man, that even made him even more powerful. Because look at this. This man hasn't been to one debate on a Republican ticket, and he's still ahead in the polls.
Yep.
That's power.
Now you tell me that's a hell of a.
That's power.
Yeah. He to me he making it seem like y'all so beneath me. I don't need to debate. I don't need to debate y'all. I can win on my merit alone.
Exactly.
Because I done it before.
So you know it's a trip, Mike, man. It's a trip, Mike, man. So, what's your take on this whole Deion Sanders thing? Do you think they should leave Deion alone?
I didn't hear the last part.
Do you think they should just leave Deion alone?
Leave a nigga alone law?
Oh no. Do you think they should leave Deion alone? Deion Sanders.
Oh man, let me tell you this. I love me some Deion, no matter what nobody think of this dude. This brother is a trailblazer, in my opinion.
That's right.
I love the fact that me and my sister talked about this earlier. Before we talk about our own family issues with some of our folks. And he came up in the sense where this brother, he went from Jacksonville, a school that was on their way pretty much to closing their doors.
Oh yeah,
they didn't hardly exist at all.
Right.
To going in to a major university in an all-white, pretty much, industry,
right,
of using our people to make billions and trillions of dollars. Now, for him to go from one school to be successful and to go for a major school that was also hurting, because Colorado used to be a powerhouse, but now they was on their way to being nothing themselves, just be somewhere locked up in the mountains doing nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
and now they are all the prime school and everything divided by prime this and prime that. But what hurt my feelings, Reggie and Michelle, was the fact that they were trying to bring this man down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No matter what black people do, we're gonna always find. Like y'all mentioned earlier, somebody gonna always find a way to not compete against us, to try to feel like they have more rights and be better than us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's really why I'm really proud of Deion Sanders. And I think they should totally just let the man enjoy himself and prove that blacks belong.
Oh, that's a good
Keyword
one.
belong.
Yeah.
Because just listen to the whole show. It's boiling down to the fact they feel we don't belong. From people hating our color of our skin.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I text earlier, I said, why do people love black cars and black clothes and
Ooh.
black goes with this and black goes with that,
Yeah.
but they don't like the color of our black skin?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Why come we don't go, go good with something?
Very good point.
Even doing the biracial people, man. I mean, it's just always something when it comes to us. And I've been trying to figure that out for years.
Well, I can tell you this right here, Mike. There's a book out called The ISIS Papers, written by Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She came up with a really good point in that book. What she stated was this right here. She stated that the reason why black people, especially black men, are so hated is because black men have the ability to genetically wipe out white people in general.
Yep.
So
One drop.
that's the problem right there. We have the ability to genetically wipe them out because even though you take a black man and a white woman, if they have a baby, that baby is going to have that black phenotype, and there's no denying it. There are exceptions to the rule, though. There are those exceptions to where the white phenotype dominates, but 9 times out of 10, that black phenotype is going to dominate, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, even if that had black child has a child with another white person, that child is still going to have that black phenotype. So therefore, the genetics of the white person is going to be completely wiped out. That's the problem. And that's the biggest problem right there. That's the main problem that they have with black men in general, is the fact that you'll see a black man with a white woman, and that's why they hate that so much. Trust me, I know, because my daughter's half white. So they do not like that because of the fact that that black man can wipe them out genetically. And that's the problem that they're having, Mike. That's the biggest problem that they have with us as a whole. We can wipe them out genetically. That's number one. Number two, the other reason why they don't like black people in general, and my wife can attest to this, they don't like the competition. Okay? Because
Oh yeah.
I'll take your sister, for instance. Your sister, when it comes to numbers, please, ain't nobody better, as far as I'm concerned. And just like with me, when it comes down to when it comes down to networking and computer support, you can ask anybody at my job. I'm Google up there. That's what they call me. My wife can tell you that. They call me Google because I'm the one they come to whenever they have a problem that they can't figure out. So with that being said, they don't like that competition because think about this though, Mike. The best athletes are what color? Black.
You give us about a year, we'll take it over.
Exactly my point. So
Shout out to Coco Golf.
come on now, already. So that's the problem, Mike. It's the fact that we're competition for them and they don't like that.
I agree, bro.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah. Yeah, because I heard some static, because I can hardly hear you. But
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, man, I'm at the point where it's just downright ridiculous how blacks. It's been pretty much thousands of years since we've been going through this mess,
Yep.
and it's getting to the point where we're just our culture is, I think, is beyond tired.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting tired of everything, but then, like you mentioned, what are we doing to get things up and running, and how do we improve ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
And I truly believe that investment is a key word that most blacks should start doing.
Right.
I mean, we can't get people to sign over laws for, like you mentioned, the nigger law.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we should have a couple of nigger laws nowadays to protect us just from stupidity, not evil, but stupidity.
It's long overdue, Mike. It's been long overdue.
Yeah,
So,
it's long overdue, brother.
right.
Because the reason why it's long overdue, in my opinion, because it's get to the point where you can't even walk in a job nowadays, and they might get fired just because of your color.
Oh man, yeah.
Since we talking about color,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, they got these at will laws with these companies nowadays.
Oh yeah.
They're using they're going through contracts instead of hiring full time now.
Oh yeah.
They're finding every reason to get rid of folks for whatever reason, and I mean, now I'm still dumbfounded, Bridget, is because there are so many people who just keep looking at our color and whatever they've been raised on or whatever they see in us, we're really the ones who are the greatest investment.
Oh yeah.
But we need to start realizing it ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to stop being afraid of stuff and just start saying, hey, take our own money and start doing our own
Mm-hmm.
it, pretty much.
Right.
That's the only way we're going to get ahead, man. I'm starting to figure this out now.
Oh yeah.
Is because everybody want to assume that niggas is broke all the time.
Nope. That's not
But
the
yet
case.
we're the one who generates all the revenue buying shit from other people.
Ooh, say that again, Mike. You are absolutely correct. I've been saying that.
Exactly. There's the reason why they're so damn powerful because we're investing in their dreams and their goals and their vision. Why don't we start investing in our own dreams and goals and vision? And maybe we don't have to worry about going all the way down to Congress and down here to Austin and the Capitol and all that stuff, asking for permission for certain stuff like this, man.
Right.
Because, money is the key any damn way.
Of course.
So what the thing needs to do is take us where we're investing in our own stuff, building our own empires, and watch how things start to change.
That's a good one, Mike.
That's what I'm starting to believe. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I sit around and think about crazy like this all the time. Like, how do blacks be able to improve? Because it's getting to the point where you can't even go to Walmart, Target, the damn Dollar General without being looked up on and somebody acting ignorant with you. And I'm not just talking about our people. I'm talking about any other culture.
Right.
They want to assume they're better than you all the time. They want to assume that you'll still beneath them.
Right.
What your parents taught you is just ignorance. Is what they taught you. And you got to understand that, hey, we're getting educated. That's one thing that really I'm starting to believe is scaring the hell out of a lot of other cultures. There's too many black folks that succeed in education.
I agree with you on that one because,
we talk about how education is the key, but at the same time, people are trying to cut us down short.
yeah,
Didn't they do that back in slavery?
Yeah.
They didn't want us to learn how to read.
Yeah, they keep moving the goalposts. It's just like I said before, Mike. In this house alone, between me and your sister, there are 4 college degrees here. She has 3 to my 1. So education is definitely a good thing. But here's the thing about that.
They don't care about that.
They don't care about that because they keep moving the goalposts. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest problem that they keep doing right there. It's the same deal with slavery. It was against the law for a slave to know how to read and write. Because if a slave knew how to read and write, they would either cut out their tongue, pluck out their eyes, do both, or they would do worse than that and just kill them.
Yep.
So that right there is what was a problem all by itself. And the reason why they did that, Mike, is because of the fact that there was a lot of white people that didn't know how to read and write. So they didn't want a black slave to know how to do something that a white person couldn't do. And that was a problem.
Let me ask this question with both of you young men on this phone.
What'd you say?
She's going to ask us a question.
If this story was switched,
Yeah.
and we were slave owners, and white people had to be slave, will we be right? Will we even be in 2023?
No.
Or would this is in it in 18 something?
It wouldn't have got that far. It wouldn't have got that far because a little bit of a history lesson, y'all. The first crop of so-called slaves to hit the United States were white indentured servants. So they were only and the reason why they were indentured servants is because when they started sailing over here to the quote unquote new world, what they would do is they would clean out all the prisons and all the jails over there in England and bring them over here so they can serve the rest of their time working. Now, and they would work for like 7 to 10 years depending on their crime. And once they got freed, they were privy to owning land and in some cases owning slaves. And they also were privy to an education as well. So that's the reason why they are the way that they are right now. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker with the whole situation. Once, and it was the same deal with the black slaves as well. They were indentured as well, and they would be freed, and they would be privy to own land, and they were also allowed to marry within other people within the white race. Most of them being Irish. So whenever you see a black person with an Irish last name, more likely not they got an Irish ancestor. No big deal. We expected that, but after a while, somebody grew a brain and said, these black slaves, let's make them slaves for the rest of their lives. And that's what happened.
Well, just think about it. They gave us our names. They gave us housing. They told us when to eat. They told us when to sleep. They fed us out the lowest of the crops. They ate good. We ate the scraps. What more do you want from us? Why even now, still here in this 2023, y'all still think that y'all are superior or over us? You pretty much made us like this.
Well,
you put us in the field. You built us up. You made us strong. You made us fast. That's how we excel at sports.
Yeah.
We learn how to do things ourselves. That's how you can give us something. We can pretty much figure it out within 5.2 seconds.
Yep.
We have so many things that we prevented, but you come in and undermine us and stole it and put a pattern on it.
Yep.
But it actually, we produced it or we made it, invented it, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
So y'all did this.
Yeah.
They pretty much did this.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
The problem is, like I said, like I told Mike earlier, it's about competition.
So you competing with yourself? Because you pretty much made us like this.
Pretty much. Well, no, they didn't make us like that. We were already that way. Only thing they did was just bring it out.
That's what I'm saying. So pretty much you enhanced it. Okay, you enhanced it.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you competing with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
How dumb is that?
It doesn't make sense. It's the same deal. This reminds me of a book that was written centuries ago, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Dr. Victor Frankenstein created the Frankenstein monster, and once that Frankenstein monster got out of control, he wanted to kill that monster. He wanted to kill it, and that's pretty much the way it is here. They created us, for lack of a better term, we're the Frankenstein monsters. Now they want to destroy the monster because the monster got out of hand.
Lord help us. Well, all I gotta say is
food for thought. I'm just saying.
It's not for everyone.
Nah.
Everyone I go deal with that.
Right.
And like I said, from the line from the movie Life, there's going to be some consequences and repercussions.
Already.
Or shout out to the late, great Biggie Smalls. Going to be some slow singing and flower bringing.
Come on now.
And ever since that Alabama whoop ass,
Woo.
It's a lot of white people getting their ass knocked out.
Oh, yeah, Mike, I wanted to ask you about that. What do you think about the Alabama beatdown that happened, man? What you think about that?
It was just ruthless. It was a crying shame.
It should have never happened in the first place.
Nothing changed.
Nah, it hasn't.
To me, it's a form of innovative slavery.
Okay.
It's a form of innovative slavery, man. I mean, why do you have to put your hands on folk nowadays? From the get-go.
Mike, is when I first saw that whole brawl on that pier, from what I've read, those white people that started the whole situation, that wasn't the first time they had issues with them people. That wasn't the first time they had issues with those white folks, because only thing that black man was doing was telling them to move their boat. And of course, in Montgomery, Alabama, white folks don't want to do shit a black person wants them to do. So that's when all that crap happened. They threw the first punch because the black man was trying to be cordial with the situation. They started calling him all kinds of niggas and stuff like that, and decided to put his hands on the man. And the man, pretty much, started whooping that ass, and they started ganging up on him. So the brothers came from everywhere and helped brother man out. So when I saw that, I'm like, That right there is living proof that black people can get on one accord and come to each other's aid. I like that. But and of course, white people tried to spin it and say and say that it was a bad thing because they shouldn't have been doing that. Well, here's the thing, white man, he shouldn't have put his hands on that brother, and that would never happen.
Exactly.
So
I don't care if you losing your mind. No one has a right in this day and age to put their hands on nobody.
I agree,
man.
I agree.
That's the quickest way to die.
Thank you.
Now, what if this security man had to put his job aside and let the blackness or the true blackness come out of him?
Woo. Oh.
Would he have been arrested? Would he have been gone to jail? Would he have been in fault?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
The one with the chair.
See, we say yeah. But why is it that when they want to put their hands, shoot us just because they're not threatened? Because, you got a gun license, if somebody threatens you,
right.
you can show them license proof that you've been threatened.
Right.
Like you in martial arts. You probably got a card that says, well, I have a card so I can kill this mother. Well, excuse my language. But, because, I'm registered, I'm a lethal weapon pretty much.
Right.
I mean, but it's just the fact that why has it always got to be this special privileges and different standards nowadays for folk of any culture to do that, period? Like I talked about the Asian lady doing the black homeless men like that.
Yeah.
Well, there was a scene where there was some black folks who was protecting an Asian man from getting beat up by some white folks.
Right.
So why the hell you keep wanting to jump on us and you going to allow the white man to keep on putting his hands on you and treat you like shit?
Well, here's the thing about that.
I'm still confused by that from them, and it makes me mad because I'm thinking, well, that's one of the problems right there. I guess it goes back to how folks is raised and how folks just is, period.
Well, Well, to answer your question, Michael, let me just say this real quick. When during the civil rights struggle, back when Malcolm was doing his thing and Martin was doing his thing, okay, white people didn't have a problem with Martin because Martin preached that whole nonviolence thing. Okay?
Yeah.
The only person that had a problem with was Malcolm because Malcolm is like, hey, we're not violent, but if you get violent with us, we're going to get violent with you in return. That's called self-defense. Okay? They didn't like that. And they've always been like that. A black person can get beat down as long as you don't fight back, you're okay. 9 times out of 10, you won't get deaded or anything like that. 9 times out of 10. But if you fight back, there's a problem. Case in point. There's a guy in prison right now, one of my heroes. He has a Muslim name right now. I can't remember it right now, but back before he changed his name and back before he converted to Islam, he went by the name of H. Rap Brown. H. Rap Brown is in prison right now because he was of the whole ideology of a Malcolm. Put your hands on me, it's on the cracking. He's in jail right now. He's in jail right now for shooting at a cop. He didn't kill the cop, but he shot a cop. And that's why he's in prison to this very day. As long as he didn't shoot at that, if he had never shot at that cop, he wouldn't be in prison right now. But because he shot at a cop, he's in prison right now. Yeah.
But see, that's the problem right there is, just the thought of even performing the act is a problem. It's like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't.
Right.
As black people, period. People of color,
right,
per se.
Right.
And I think it doesn't make any sense anymore because it just, it gets to the point where, like I said, investment should be the key in our world now. We got like I said, I know I'm joking about the AI running the country.
Yeah.
But we're in a place where everything is so AI and so technology convenient to where this is going to start taking over everybody. And we're going to be the ones sitting around looking like the slaves in the damn food. Everybody's going to become a slave to AI.
You know what, Mike?
Just like my phone, your podcast, everything is AI oriented.
Right, exactly. And I can tell you right now, Mike, here recently within the past, I won't say the past month, I just moved some of my stocks over to AI stock because that's going to be the wave of the future. It is. I mean,
Yeah,
it
already
really
is.
is. Yeah, it's going to be the wave of the future. So in about 5 to 6 years, it's going to pay off. So, and I would suggest, and just like you said, with the whole investment thing, if anybody out there is listening, if you have an investment account, invest in AI. Trust me, it's
Oh
going
yeah.
it's going to blow up. It's going to blow up. It's going to blow up big time.
Exactly.
But yeah, I agree with you on that. I guess because I've been watching too many sci-fi movies. I mean, I'm a big Terminator fan. If people don't be careful, man, AI is going to take over the whole world.
I'm telling you, man, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah,
I mean, people think it's funny right now, but it ain't gonna be funny when damn robots start telling you how to take a dump
exactly,
and shit. I
exactly.
mean, cause if we got presidents or leaders who go and blow off our money, just like the government. Y'all mentioned about the government. I don't want to go back in there
Okay.
and be alone draw our conversation. But our government, for instance, going out making these dumb damn decisions,
Oh,
closing down the government,
oh, which is
and
a big
folks is
mistake.
talking about losing their checks and all this other bull crap they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What about the people who work hard that you take these taxes from and blow our waste our damn tax money, and we can't even hardly find jobs and keep
Oh,
jobs. But yet
oh,
you gonna bitch and moan about these government workers, not to say be negative towards that. But think about it. They got on the news here the other day talking about, well, my husband's fighting for the country,
yeah.
and yet y'all gonna take away our way of living and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Yep.
Well, I find it interesting how you didn't get on the TV and start campaigning for every damn body.
Mm.
Because I thought about this, and people can probably disagree, or maybe it could be an interesting topic. Why is it that you complain when it comes to you, but then when it comes to guys like us, we so-called citizens that you claim to provide this blanket of protection for, there's a problem. But yet
Ooh,
we're providing you salaries to feed your damn family through our
ooh.
tax dollars.
Come on now. Damn.
Come on now. I mean, who's the true hypocrite?
Like they
Don't get
always
on
say, they don't
TV
get involved
bitching and
until it,
moaning
it, it affect
about
them.
you
Yeah.
finna shut down the stuff when you're the one who's messing up the money and you done screwed and you need this time to try to revamp and reline and cover up your stuff and then get on there talking about woe is me, but yet you if you're dissing these damn people.
Come on now. Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's
Come
what
on,
they
man.
do.
And then we blacks wonder why. That's the reason why I made the comment about we should invest into our own future
Oh yeah.
sometime when
Oh
we
yeah.
start out now.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, you said a mouthful right
yeah.
there, Mike. I mean, you hit the nail on the
Man, I'm
head
saying,
right there,
I mean, I don't want to get on my soapbox on that one.
dude.
But when I turn on the news, it's at the point where I want to turn off the news.
You
Because
know.
if you got auto workers, me and my wife were talking about auto workers
Yeah.
still picking it and everything. As much as I love cars, I would love to go out there and work for General Motors.
Mm-hmm.
But if General Motors is going to have you working for 20 years and only give you a damn dime raise, there's some serious problems going on with that right there.
Yep.
Yep. You're right. You're
Because
right.
I've been misled, brother. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I used to think auto workers started out at $40 an hour.
That's what I thought. That's what I
Go up
thought.
from there.
I mean,
And you talk about teachers. You talking about teachers and all these other places making $21 an hour. I said, me and my sister talking about down here in the country at Pilgrim Pride, paying $21 an hour just what was it to count, boxes and all that stuff.
right.
A pulled chicken
$21
guts.
an hour, man. I'm ready to move.
Yep.
You know what, Mike? First of all, your sister is an avid news watcher. She watches the news every morning. She watches it every night. Personally,
Yep.
I have a tendency not to watch the news because it's all because it's a bunch of bullshit in my personal opinion. Okay, that's number one. Number two, back to the Pilgrim's Pride thing. At that very same Pilgrim's Pride, I got a shitload of cousins that work out there. So, if your sister wants to move out there and when we pull guts together, hey, we just pull guts together. I don't mind
Yeah,
doing
look
that
at
at
here.
all. Shit.
Because that. Remember we used to have that corporate dream when
Look
you
at
in
here.
college to get a corporate job.
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
It's just not the same no more. You don't have that fire
Yeah.
because corporate is so diverse,
Right.
Next up.
clicks.
Yep.
And it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it going there showing them that you do have a brain, that you can come to this company and use your brain for the greater good. It's too clicky for me.
Right.
And if it, like Michael said, this is an at will state. If they like you, what you don't wear, or something you said, or you not conforming to the masses, you're fired.
Yep. That's true.
No, I don't have time.
I agree with you on that one.
No, I don't have time.
I agree with you on that one. But hey, my cousin Dexter's in here, and he can tell you right now, man, we got a bunch of cousins that work the chicken plants. So yeah, if she wants to go out there and pull guts, hell, we'll pack with a little bit of shit.
I'm gonna have to count the boxes. I don't know about cutting the gut. I mean, if I had to, I could, but I'll count the boxes. I'm good at counting. I can count.
Okay,
now.
all right, count the
2, 4,
boxes.
6,
Whatever.
8, 1, 2, 3, 4. But
whatever, it is what it
but-
is. But but like I said, Mike, if your sister wants to move and work a pilgrims together, hell, it is what it is. I don't mind hard work. Been there, done that. So
at least
yeah.
I go home, know I did 8 good hours, free and clear. Ain't got to worry about coming in tomorrow and be like, did I do this? Going home worried about what I didn't do. Pull my 800 chicken guts, go home to the house, a house that's paid for,
there you go.
and call it, go to the local Walmarts. You
Yep.
know, that's how they say it down there, Walmarts, and probably stop and give me a Frank's hamburger down there, because Frank's
on.
is still over. Hey, Frank, how you doing? And gone to the house.
There you go.
Because like I said, corporate America just not that dream no more.
Nah, it really ain't, man.
Just too much.
It really ain't.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it really ain't, man. So but
Lord have mercy.
yeah. So Mike, last week, man, I wanted you to call in. Well, not last week. It was what, a couple of weeks ago, babe?
Week before last.
Week before last. Okay, yeah. Well, I want you to call in because I want your take on the situation, being that you're like me, you're a girl dad. About this whole thing about these I guess you can call them women, going around here showing every damn thing God gave them and talking all kinds of nasty. Man, what's your take on that as a father of 2 girls?
Okay, you still there? I think you went out on me.
Okay, I'm still here. A couple of weeks ago, we did a show talking about ratchet behavior amongst young black women. And you're like me, you're a girl dad. You have 2 girls to my 1. What's your take on that?
Oh, about people taking it off and stuff?
Yeah.
For showing too much?
Oh man, that too.
Oh. When I look at YouTube, Facebook, and all that stuff, man, it's amazing how people are stooping so low for attention.
Oh, yeah.
15 minutes of fame.
Yeah. I want to make sure. I mean, I think it's ridiculous now that. No, we are talking about people, on these social media pages, right?
Well, that and some of these performers out here like Suki Hunter and Sexy Red.
Oh man,
Do you know who? Do he know who they are?
I think it's what do they call it? A clown show.
Same thing I said.
Just that
It's a
15
damn
minutes of
clown
fame. They
show,
trying to get
man.
that 15 minutes
Because
of fame.
I mean, it's so much that's going on. I'm starting to laugh at it more
Right.
from a personal perspective. It's funny to me because, like, do you think it has something to do with this economical crisis we're going through?
No.
Or this
No.
recession we're going through?
Nah, not at all. I don't think the recession has anything to do with it. This is just what I think, Mike. Back when I was with my daughter's mother, and if I could get her on the phone, she would tell you flat out, I didn't play that scantily clad bullshit. I would stick a foot in your ass. You ain't going out the house dressed like you ain't going out the house dressed like that. You know better than that. And I always told them that when you step outside the house, you represent me. Not only yourself, you represent me and everybody else in your family. And you have to take that into consideration. It's just like right now. When I step outside the house, I don't just represent me. I represent my wife as well. So I don't want to put out that negative stigma because black women as a whole are already over sexually objectified, and that's sad. So when you got somebody out here that's dressing half naked and talking all kinds of reckless, going to other countries talking reckless, just like Suki Hana, she went to over there to England talking about she's going to get her pussy stretched and her booty hole licked, her exact words. And then you got Sexy Red talking about how brown her coochie lips are and how brown her booty hole is and how pink her coochie lips are. And all that kind of thing. And people are, and you got the white promoters that are promoting this thing, which means it's which means it's overly objectifying black women as a whole. So no, it doesn't have anything to do with the economy. It has to do with bringing down black people, mostly black women, because right now with the whole black girl magic thing, you don't hear about that anymore. All you hear about is my pussy hole is pink, my booty hole is brown. That's all you hear.
Which is pathetic.
Yeah.
On so many levels.
Yeah.
Do you think it goes back to the slavery days when women were put up on the chopping block to be sold?
Yep. Yep.
And we say we're evolving. We're moving on up.
Exactly.
We're still back in time.
Yeah. The second we take one step forward, we take about 30 back.
Exactly.
Good thoughts, good gems.
It's embarrassing for us as black men and black women that we have to go that route. But at the same time, when you look at social media, it seems like the other cultures are trying to keep up with us, keep up with the same thing.
You know what?
But when they do it, it's not a disgrace.
Exactly.
It's not nothing wrong with it. It's just like it's pretty much hyped up to be the best thing walking.
Exactly, because if you remember back in the day, Mike, when Madonna came on the American Music Awards, that pointy brown, you remember that?
Yeah, I think
That comb, bro.
Yeah, and everybody thought that was the coolest thing in the world. So
yeah.
But when a black woman does it, she just being trashy.
When Lil Kim came on there with the little pasties on her nipples.
Yeah.
You being a musician, you being in the music industry.
Yeah.
Also, how did you feel about when they were downrating our women on these rap videos?
You know what, Mike? I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. I've never liked it. I'm just being honest with you. I don't agree with. Even though I'm a Snoop Dogg fan, I don't agree when he starts calling women bitches. That's not cool to me. Because my black mother, my black mother's not a bitch. My sister's not a bitch. My aunts aren't bitches. My grandmother's not a bitch. My wife isn't a bitch.
Definitely not.
So, I don't. I completely disagree with that. So, as far as black women being on the videos, with the ass all up in there, that's not cool to me either. I mean, nah, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. So
yeah, it's never been cool at all.
Right.
I mean, but see, like people keep trying to bring. To me, it seems like people keep trying to bring that stuff to make money.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's all about the dollar bill.
Yeah.
It's all about the dollar bill. So,
I mean, everything nowadays boils down to the almighty dollar.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of the almighty himself. And that's what we're trying to do. People trying to find these so-called innovative ways to make a living and make money and do everything. So, I mean, I get tired of even looking at social media sometimes.
Me too.
If it ain't women against men, it's men against women and us against the world.
Right.
So it's just a hot mess. I'm telling you, man, everything we do is a hot mess nowadays.
Well, the thing of it is,
we talk about Jesus coming back. I don't know if he's coming back or not, but hopefully, if he come back, it's gonna be
some straightening. It's gonna be some straightening. That's what needs to happen. It's gonna be some straightening.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what it's boiling down to nowadays.
Oh, no doubt about it.
It's all the way around crazy, bro.
I agree with you on
that. Topic, right? That's a good topic for next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the appropriate attire nowadays?
It's not one. That's why they trying to do that congressman that come up there with T-shirts and shorts on every day. They trying to say he shouldn't come to Congress like that.
Well,
Because all the other congressmen sitting up there with suits, so they talking about why he gets. The man was in an accident. He
Yeah.
can't stand to wear clothes. His skin is very sensitive.
Which
And y'all not being sensitive to his needs and trying to make fun of the man.
and with that being said, that's a whole different thing right there.
But that's what I'm saying. There is no dress code. I walk in places now where I work, for once, I'm not going to say, executives walking around with whole sleeves of tattoos.
yeah,
Tattoos behind their ears,
Right.
on their knuckles, on their hands, on their faces.
right,
But they're executives.
right,
I remember back in the day, that was considered trash.
yeah, yeah,
And they would not get hired. Now they're executives of major companies.
right.
So I don't think there is one.
I agree with you, babe. I mean, I don't think that a dress code is even a dress code anymore. They only enforce it when it's time for them to enforce it.
Right.
But it's like you said, because I have tattoos, but you can't see them.
Exactly.
So,
Unless you just turn in my foot, that's the only way you're going to see it.
and I got to be naked to see my tattoos, and I ain't about to do that.
I know. But like I said, I don't think there is a dress code. I really
Y'all, I'm
don't.
gonna tell you, I'm gonna call it a day, man. I gotta get up and go and hit this grind tomorrow.
I know, me too.
You know what? We both do.
I enjoy every day. Every time y'all come up with these topics, I kind of wonder where y'all getting all your information from, but it's amazing.
The world
We're
is
on
the
same
world.
page. Well, keep up this good work for the cause of improvement and evolution, man.
All right, Mike.
This is what we need as black people to talk about. It's a good way, like you tell about in church, about therapeutic.
Yeah.
This is a good show for therapeutic reasons. I think y'all should burn your candles and just keep on pushing.
Hey,
So
man,
that's what
we're going to keep doing
Thank
it, Mike,
you.
man. Thanks for
That's what
calling
we're
in,
doing.
man.
Have a good
Always,
night.
man. I'm gonna support you. I'm your biggest fan
All
Hey,
right.
I appreciate it.
Like that.
until you start paying me.
All right, Mike, man. I'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.
So yeah, okay, much love.
Love too. Bye bye.
Wow, good conversation.
Absolutely. Always. I'm gonna ask him about when he's a wife, mother, and daughters. This narrative that they got out now that since women have entered the workforce, that's why women out here are acting like Sukiana and Lady Red.
You know what? I honestly don't think that has anything to do with
Me
it.
neither.
I don't think it does.
At all.
Because here's the thing about it. There's a female rapper out there right now. I don't know if you ever heard of her or not, but she's dope as hell. Her name is Lady London. Oh, she's raw. She is bad. But she don't talk about how brown her booty hole is. She is a straight up spitter, kind of like Remy Ma, a straight up spitter. Now she could be a thirst trap if she wanted to, but nah, she's not. She's not about all that. She's fully clothed. I mean, she might have her arms out, some shit like that, but but she's dope. But she's dope. She's dope. She's dope.
I mean, I don't care what you do. I mean, like my mom always say, it's best to leave something to the imagine of the beholder, the eye of the beholder, whatever. But if you're saying something worth me listening to, some things can be overlooked. But if you look a mess, sound a mess,
Come on now.
and deliver a mess, what am I supposed to think?
Yeah, you got a point there. You
Well,
got a
no.
point there. Because I can honestly tell y'all out there, I'm going to go ahead and put this out here. One of the main things physically that attracted me to my wife is the fact that she was fully clothed. 100%. I mean, she left a whole lot to the imagination. So, and that's pretty much what it was. I mean, she's always getting grabbed, but that's another subject. So,
Yeah.
damn, babe, don't make it sound like you. But anyway,
Abused.
she's not abused.
Black and blue
No, she ain't. Don't believe that.
and yellow.
Don't believe that, y'all.
But now you're right. I mean, that's just me. Like I said, and I tell people all the time. I mean, y'all know I'm a big woman, but even if I was smaller, I don't think I would. I don't think I would.
That's because you have respect for yourself.
Because some things are just not even. Let me keep something for myself. Let you find out on the low. I mean, let you find out behind closed doors.
Right.
I don't need to give it to you as soon as I walk out there. You be like, yeah, her look. I want you to guess. Be like, I want to do she hair nipple.
Exactly.
make you stir me and be like, I wonder if you gonna have to wonder if with me. I'm not gonna present it to, because if I'm presenting it to you on a silver
What's the
platter, what you gonna do? You gonna be like,
Exactly. You already see
I already
everything.
seen it. Exactly.
You already saw it, yeah.
And I wish more when y'all this my body, I can do what I want. You right, ma'am.
You are absolutely correct.
Absolutely correct. But why?
Yeah.
It can't be that hot.
That's
It's
just
not
like,
that hot.
That's just like that picture we saw of that woman taking a picture with her little boy. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm. At his school. Yeah. Was it like a
it was like an elementary school
parent teacher meeting or something?
No, like an elementary school graduation or
yeah,
something
graduation,
like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm like, man, come on. You mean tell me you ain't got no pants at all? You don't have a long dress or nothing?
She said she didn't. She didn't have no clothes.
That's a lie.
That's what she wore on the regular.
That's a lie. She looked like she get ready to go to bike week. Come on, man. Pants all unbuttoned, booty all out, breasticles all out. Come on, man. Titty balls showing, everything. Come on.
Like you said, you can dress you can wear whatever you want to. You right, that's your prerogative. But sometimes there's a like my grandma said, there's a place and time for everything.
Hello,
and that was not your child's
it.
Graduation.
Come on, man. That's a bunch of bullshit. I mean, there's such thing as appropriate, y'all. I mean, that's kind of where I'm getting at.
Y'all, I'm just gonna put this out here. I might hope we don't get flagged for this. Y'all talk about that Taylor Swift. Hey, y'all ever seen Taylor Swift dressed like that?
Nope.
And she's damn near a billionaire. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind, ladies.
For real.
I don't care who she keep dating. I don't care how many men she go through. She is not out here showing y'all all her good. And this woman is damn near a billionaire. That girl ain't that. Her music, I done listen to some of her songs. She go rough with against these men. She ain't no better than a whoever the other white chicks are, but this woman is a beater cut the way she carry herself and the things she do.
Yep.
She ain't out here flossing and bossing for all y'all. She wear what she want to wear, which is classic, timeless. Mm-hmm. And if she do show something, it's probably in a video or she on vacation. She's just not there walking and looking like that every single day.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
I mean,
look at the ones that's successful. The ones that's successful, do they look like Ski?
Look at, I mean, I do you one better. Look at Alicia Keys.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you seen Alicia Keys walking half naked?
Yeah, she done came to the point she don't really wear makeup no more.
Sure don't.
So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, ladies.
For sure. Shit. That's all there is to it, man.
Well, this is a good show. Just free falling our thoughts. I like that.
Oh yeah. We
do
gotta
this
do that
more
every so
often.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do that more often, man. We'll have let's do one like that every third show. Want to do it like that?
That'll work.
Okay, every third show we're gonna have a session like this where we just talk about things off the top of our head, y'all. So you will see more shows like this because the last one that we had has been almost a year.
Yeah.
Almost a year since we had a show like this, man. Just called Black Talk, and that's it. That's pretty much what we're doing, just having Black Talk. But yeah, man. Then put the QR code up, and y'all can scan that and look at all of the shows. Just go ahead and check that out and see what y'all like and what you don't like. If you have any questions or comments, or whether it's positive or negative, I accept all of that. Because I don't mind the criticism. I mean, I've been criticized about a few things that I've said.
Either you learn from it, you grow from it, or you rethink it. That's all.
Exactly. That's all there's to it.
Now don't come out here with all this. She too fat. Now keep that to yourself.
For sure.
Because we know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have something about the show, everybody's not going to agree. That's why it's called Melanated Thoughts.
Right. I mean,
but we would entertain your thoughts, and maybe we can have a true discussion about it.
We can agree to disagree on some things. I mean, I've done it before. It's no big deal.
Me and Reggie don't agree on some things all the time.
We sure don't.
Yeah, that's just a part of having a conversation.
Yeah,
or
simple.
Your thoughts.
Yeah.
But I would be remiss before we wrap up the show. That last weekend was Reggie O's birthday.
Yeah.
He turned 25. That's what everybody kept saying. You don't look a day over 25.
I keep hearing that.
I thought these people had cataract. I mean, let's just keep it real.
I mean, granted, neither one of us look our ages. I mean, we really don't. But you know what I'm saying, black don't crack. So.
But I just want to just say that we had a very nice dinner at Morton's.
Oh man, yeah, that steak was off the chain.
Excellent service. I do recommend it.
Yes.
Very nice spot. Very nice date night spot. Exactly.
Oh yes,
but I want to take him there for his birthday. Finally got him to do the tomahawk.
Yeah, you know what?
He tackled it, but he couldn't finish. He had to bring some of it home.
Sure did. but let me just say this real quick about that whole thing, about the whole steak thing, y'all. You know, I mean, number one, I really enjoy going out with my wife anyway. You know, because we always, whenever we do go out, you know, we always have a halfway decent time. And we just enjoy each other's company.
Halfway decent? It would be often.
Well, you know what I mean. You know, I mean, we always enjoy each other's company. Let's put it like that. So, you know, we really do. So, but let's talk about that for a second before we close the show out. Let's talk about black people dating. You know, that's the problem, I think, with a lot of these younger people, is that they don't date anymore.
Well, what we used to call back in the day, courting.
Yeah, they don't court
anymore.
Right.
Their courting and dating is totally different from what we courting.
Way different. Because I can tell you right now, I courted this woman for what? 2 months before I even got a chance to.
Couldn't even sniff it. No, sir. No, ma'am.
And I was cool with that. You know, I was respectful. You know, I was patient. We waited, you know, till we felt the time was right. And when it was right, it was on and cracking. So, but that's the problem with a lot of folks, man. They don't really court anymore. And that's people in our age group anymore either.
I mean, you know, a lot of people say it don't take that long to get to know nobody. You right. And some people feel, because I know some people that met, did the do on the first night, still together now. Years. Still together now.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, to me, it's a connection. Or what you young people like to call a vibe. And if y'all vibing, y'all on the same, in the worlds of the astrofield, say, wavelength, and you have the same goals, the same ideologies and things like that, who says take your time?
Yeah,
but it's always good to get to take your time. Even now, going on, 6 years?
Yeah.
Shocks me every day. I be like, God. Really? But that's just part of a relationship, though.
Right.
To me, that's how I feel. You can never, ever grow. Just like Michael just said, whatever you did to do in the beginning to keep me, it's a must. Don't get stagnant on me. That's what will tear a relationship down.
And I tell people...
You're ever evolving.
Oh, yeah. And I tell people... And I tell folks all the damn time, whenever they see me getting flowers from my wife, you know, which I give her at least once or twice a month. And
just out the blue, I don't ask one. He just come home with them.
Yeah, just come home with them. You know, that's my wife. I love my wife, plain and simple. And people looking at me like, some people will say, "Oh, you must have done something."
You in trouble?
No, I haven't done anything. Oh, is it a birthday? No, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's mostly guys that do that. Women love it. They say, "You must really love your wife." Yeah, I do. I do. So, you know.
But I mean, like I said, I think, I just feel like if we get back to courting and you know, talk to one another, don't text. I know text is convenient, but it's nothing like you hang up on the phone. I mean, when we first met, we was on the phone all night.
Oh, literally.
And had to get up and go to work the next morning.
Both of us did.
Really got maybe like 30 minutes before my alarm went off.
If that.
And I think in between that time, my phone went dead, and I had to charge it back up and stuff like that. But that's how you have to talk to. How am I know you if you don't tell me?
Exactly.
I know you can Google people. I know you can get these investigators, what they call it, people vetting. You got to vet people these days. Right. Because, which is true, when people first meet you, you get their representative. That's a given.
Yeah.
But eventually, if you keep talking to this person, you'll hear or know the real them. It's so long, you can tell a lie.
It's like I said, man, you know, whenever I talk to people, I'm going to listen to what you're saying. I'm listening to what you're not saying. And that's an introvert trait. And as far as my wife is concerned, everybody keeps on asking me since, you know, I put everybody out there, man. I put my business out there. I don't care. My wife is my beneficiary on all of my stuff.
Don't tell they gonna try to kill me.
They ain't gonna get nothing. But anyway, they ain't gonna get shit. And you know, this one dude asked me, "Do you trust your wife?" I said, "I ain't gotta trust my wife. I know her." So you know, I ain't gotta trust her. I know her.
I mean, I understand there has been some people who have been catfish, who has been hoodwink and led astray.
No doubt.
I know some people like that, but that's just a chance you have to take.
Exactly.
Some people do come with good intentions, and some people come with some effed up intentions.
Well, the thing with us is that my wife verified everything I told her with my mother. So so she knew she wasn't getting catfished in because my mama backed up everything that I told her. So so she okay, he's good people.
I was trying to fight that sleep. I said, I gotta stay up. I'm guessing you going to bed. He went to bed. I said, okay, here we go. Now look at here, ma'am. Is it true? No, I didn't do that. But she just pretty much, I don't know if you told her, tell her this. I don't know if you told
I didn't
but
tell her
she
anything.
pretty much
I didn't tell her anything.
dot the I and cross the T. So I was like, okay, because some of that stuff we were talking about, I'm like, did he tell her to say that?
No.
Because she pretty much solidified and verified, for lack of better words, everything that I even had I didn't have any suspicion, but as a woman, you be, kind of leery.
Yeah.
But she pretty much like, this is what it is, and this is what I'm like, okay. But yeah, courting, I think it's nothing wrong with courting.
I agree.
I'm steal this from Sherry Shepard. If you don't know what courting means, ask your mama.
For real.
Or you can Google it, but
yeah, but ask your mother.
In other words, don't ask your mom, ask your granny. Your granny trying to be like you too. Ask your great granny. Maybe she can still remember, because these grandmamas these days are off the chain.
Man, baby, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you the main reason why I hate going to Walmart. This is the main reason why I hate going to Walmart. There's always some women in her damn 70s trying to hit on me.
I believe it. They want them, they think they cougars, honey. They trying to get it just like I'm trying to get it.
I'm like, look here, I'm a happily married man.
Hey, honey, what's your name? You need me to help you find something?
I'm good. I'm
you
good.
You sure?
I'm good. I need to take you home with me. No, you don't. I'm good. I got a wife at home.
You'll send her right back.
That's messed up.
On the first thing smoking.
That's messed up, y'all.
Be like, uh-oh.
That's messed up, y'all.
This ain't what I thought it was, honey.
That's messed up. That is messed up. That's messed up.
But now, seriously, I mean, like I said, just God, and this is in the Bible. I heard a preacher say this not too long ago. God did not put you on this earth to be alone.
No.
And there is someone out here for everybody.
Always.
But you don't want to have to rush it either, because when you rush it, you always get it wrong. Let it come to you. My mom just talked to my sister about this the other day, and she was talking about just let it come to you. It'll come to you. Mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes you do a little stuff to help yourself out, but you don't have to rush everything. Just in between that time and in between that time, just get to know you.
Right.
Get yourself in order. Get your household in order.
Oh, yeah.
And in between that time, nothing wrong with dating.
No, you can date.
You don't have to sleep with everybody you date. Just go out for cocktails and just talk. Like I said, talking, you'll find out so much about people.
All you have to do
just talking.
is listen. All you have to do is listen.
I mean, you can get sex anywhere. Let's keep it 100 here. We're adults here. You can get ass anywhere.
No doubt.
There's some girls out there right now. You probably don't know. We're talking about. You want to go? Okay, just like that.
For real.
But to get to know someone on an intimate level, that's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah.
A beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah.
And if you do find someone that you just enjoy talking to, or you think about all the time, or you find interesting, you want to get to know a little bit more, and each time you get to know them, you find out fascinating things about them, and it just it's like you're like your V connect to his V, y'all just click. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
I agree with you on
like
that.
People say it's like they found their soulmate. And I believe in soulmates.
I agree with you on that one too, man.
I really do. I mean, I know a lot of us done kissed some frogs and
yeah,
some hogs and some dogs and all of that. But sometimes it like they say when they say it hit you like a ton of bricks.
Oh man,
I can testify, because I wasn't looking for nobody and no one. Mm-hmm. And it just straight knocked me off my feet out. And I kept fighting it. Now we just gonna be friends. We just gonna be somebody I catch a move with. It just. Mm-hmm. And now I'm here, Lord. I get molested every day, Lord. Oh Lord, let me stop playing. I don't get molested. he fondles me.
I just grab whatever.
He just grabs me, but
I just grab whatever's
until
available.
you hear me complain about it, everything's good over here, honey.
Exactly.
Believe me.
Exactly. So we just
laughing and talking about it, but I think that's a good thing. Like I remember looking at something. She said, "Well, you gonna be crying when he don't touch you." Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. You are mighty right. And so, you're right. I'm glad you brought that up, because I know we don't really talk about relationships on here, but
right.
If we can just get back to what they call the basics of courting and dating and
I agree with you on that. I mean, that's the problem with a
beautiful.
lot of folks, man. Whenever they try to whenever they go through the get to know each other stage, they don't talk. Okay, and if they do talk, it's all about sex.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the first
so
thing
much
out
more
their
other
mouth. I
than that.
mean,
Like I said, you can get that from anyone.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love having sex with my
but
wife.
just thinking about it, you can get that anywhere.
Yeah, you really
though.
can.
Can
you
you
really
get? Can you get a good conversation?
Nah, that's
An
rare.
all night conversation.
That's rare.
A conversation. Like I said, I always wanted someone that's smarter than me, that I can learn from, I can yearn from, I can hold a conversation with, and that's you and I. We conversate all the time.
All the time. We have deep conversations too.
And it be just some people just don't even know if they partner like to wear white socks or black socks.
Right.
It's just like basic thing. They be like, I don't even know. Be like, what do y'all talk about then? Not much. How y'all in a relationship then? I mean, I know there are some relationships that's beautiful. He go in his room, you go in your room, whatever. But to each his own.
Well, here's the thing about that, though. Is it good to have time apart from each other? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't
definitely.
want to be sitting up under you 24/7.
Oh no.
We
no.
need that. I need that when I see. I want to get the bubble like there go my baby. I want that feeling. I love that feeling when I come and you hear, or when I hear the door, you turn the alarm on. I just love that feeling I get. I don't want to be like, oh, damn, here come this smoke. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't. I can't. I know you're not supposed to what you don't, but I don't know.
But- Well, let me just put this out there. I'll go ahead and put this out there since we're talking about that. I can honestly tell everybody that, I enjoy coming home. And I really enjoy coming home when I got them flowers with me because her face just lights up every single time.
Because it's shocking. You don't be thinking about that.
I mean, yeah, that's the whole point. And like I said, her face just lights up the whole damn room. And that's pretty much what I love about the situation. But
let's get back to Morin. That key lime pie.
Oh,
I'm hungry. Y'all can tell I'm hungry. I ain't had dinner tonight. I don't know what Mr. Morin or Miss Morin or whoever they have back there in their kitchen.
that key
The
lime
steak
pie-
was off the chain. We had Brussels sprouts. I'd rather eat, but them Brussels sprouts was okay.
Yeah, that was good.
They had the old ground potatoes. They had Gouda cheese on top.
Oh man, it was good.
It was good. But baby, when they brought out his birthday cake was a key lime pie. Oh my God.
That key lime pie was good, baby.
Oh my God.
And man, I'm telling you, it wasn't too tart. It wasn't too sweet.
And I don't really eat key lime pie like that.
She really don't.
But baby,
That's my thing.
that bite was ooh.
Yeah, that key lime pie
I was
was
trying
off
to
the
be
chain,
nice, like,
man.
nah, you go ahead, finish. It's your birthday. I kept saying, Lord Jesus, I wanted to get in there. I'm like, nah, that's his birthday, so let me go. But like I said, I'm not a big key lime pie eater, but that key lime pie was
That key lime pie is my thing. Key lime pie is my thing. My wife knew
good.
that fact about me. She that's just again, that goes along the lines of people getting to know each other. She knew that fact about me. She knows I like key lime pie. She also knows I like cheesecake in general. But anyway, that key lime pie was good.
Yes,
it really was. It was off the chisel.
But just wanted to mention that he celebrated her birthday and he turned another day around the sun.
Yes,
God's
indeed.
blessings and grace and mercy.
Yeah, I hope to see
Praying for
52
me. I'm
more.
saying praying for many, 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 many more.
Oh yeah.
And just get ready for his other birthday, Halloween.
That's messed up. But I will say this though, Friday the 13th is coming up, and I plan on watching just that, Friday the 13th.
Oh Lord.
I do it for some reason. I do it every time Friday the 13th comes around. I watch.
Not to put our business, but we talk about everything on here. Like whenever he come home, sometimes he always say, "You ate? You hungry?" I be like, "Yeah, whatever." So I did him like that when I was coming home. What are you doing? Laying in the bed looking at Harry Potter. I like, Lord. Ain't nothing else on TV. The fight was on,
Well, see, think of it. I
you
knew
look at the fight or nothing.
I knew who was gonna win that fight. I knew who was gonna win. So what's the point?
That's
You know,
how you
I knew who was
gotta
gonna win that
look
fight,
at
and the
Harry
person out there that I thought was gonna win won. So
But Harry Potter. And it wasn't even no new, like the little boy, like he about 5. I thought he was a grown man. I was like, oh, okay.
Listen, my wife knows that I like Harry Potter. She knows that.
But look how many times you done watched it,
I
my
don't care,
friend.
man. I don't care. You know, I like those movies. Those movies are cool because I
Laying
read
in
the books
bed.
back in the day.
Laying in the bed looking at Harry Potter.
That's
was
what I
like,
was doing.
I was like, oh, he missed me. That's all it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
I was
but
like, good, let me go and get to the house.
I was.
First thing I walk, remotes, please.
And that's exactly what she did.
Switch.
See, y'all have to understand something about our household, man. See, I don't watch television. I watch what she wants to watch.
If you don't quit
I don't watch TV
in the bedroom, in the bedroom
until
TV.
she comes in. Until she comes in the bedroom, I watch whatever I want to watch.
Right.
But
Which
once
is weird, asinine craziness.
whatever.
What's that one? Good morning.
Hey man,
It's
I like
a man
American
with
Dad.
a big chin that's to the side.
I like American
That has
Dad.
a best friend that's an alien.
Roger.
They got a fish in water that talks. I'm
Klaus,
like, oh
yeah.
my god.
Come on, it's some American Dad fans out there. Don't play.
Oh my god.
I like American Dad. What can I say? What can I say? I like
I
American
finally
Dad.
got used to the one where the dog was. I don't know what that dog was.
Talking about Family Guy.
And the neighbor was a pervert. I'm like, what? Are we okay here? Are you okay? You good?
Oh, you talking about Family Guy?
Something you want to tell me?
Hey man, that was
And then the
that's the
other one,
joint.
the group of men, I would go to this bar, and one of their friends is a bear.
Oh,
I'm
that's a Cleveland show.
Who
They ain't on
Jesus?
TV no more.
I'm surprised. I am really shocked. Really not. I'm not surprised. Not at all.
Hey man, let me knock on my television viewing choices. Come on, Bennett, ghetto crap you watch.
I watch stuff for entertainment value, but most of the time I watch the news. But anything other than that is for entertainment value.
Don't let that fool you, y'all. She be watching that love and hip hop bullshit.
That's entertainment value.
Whatever.
Because I can't believe these people call themselves trying to be successful entrepreneurs, and they just love acting for a camera. 15 minutes of fame.
Ignorant.
15 minutes of fame.
Acting.
I'm not gonna call that.
And I meant to say it like
15
that too.
minutes of
Ignorant.
fame.
And I meant to say it like that too. Ignorant. Not ignorant. Ignorant.
And that's another one since we talking about it. Since you talked about love and hip hop, now everybody had this up and roar because a light skinned girl called a dark skinned girl a monkey.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So we do it in our own race. Well, she's not rich. She's Haitian.
Yeah.
What is
She's
Puerto Rican or something.
Yeah.
But I just think people, when the first thing they see, they call you what they see you,
Yeah.
and they equate a monkey as being like a ignorant, blah blah blah, just dumb animal. But they're considered one of the smartest animals in the jungle. So watch what you say to people. People you never know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, I'm getting nasalier. I can hear it. So
All right,
it's time to
y'all.
wrap it up.
Y'all know what time it is. I gotta go grab some of my wife, probably her butt.
Even in my sickness.
Yeah.
I can't win. We looked at the Wiz the other night. And when I tell you I was singing all those songs, it felt so good looking at it. Oh my God, it felt so good looking at movie, the Wiz with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross.
Yeah. I mean,
You
that
can't
movie.
win.
That movie. You know what? I can remember going to see that movie in the movies, at the movies in '78. I think it
Wow.
was.
You like what, 6, 5,
1978. It was I was about 7 years old.
Yeah.
Because Jerry wanted to go see that movie because because that's just that's just what he wanted to go see. Mom wasn't really into it, but we actually went to go see that movie in the theaters. I never forget that. And we had a good time, man. Because I was like you. I was singing the songs too. You can't win, but and slide somewhere else to me. We was watching all those movies. Yep, exactly.
I love it, honey.
Oh man,
That
yeah.
movie was so good looking at it again.
Oh
baby.
yeah. I love that movie, man. It brings back good feelings
It
when you
does.
watch
I
it.
feel.
It
I
really
can't
does.
believe I looked at the whole. I'm like, God, this is crazy. It was on the same night. That's how. That's why I didn't really talk about the debate because I didn't watch it because I was looking at the Wiz.
Right.
I mean, I done seen snippets of the debate. It's the same bullshit out there. So y'all make y'all choice. Whoever y'all want to put in
y'all vote
office,
for,
it's gonna be a clown
it's gonna be a clown show.
because these debates are clownish. It's pathetic that this is all the smartness that this world had. These are the ones that's running to be ahead of our country.
Yeah.
And this is sickening.
We're going to do a debate show, though. We'll probably do one if you want to next weekend. Want to do that?
Yeah, because we need to let people know we got some clowns up there running, honey.
Oh, yeah.
One of them don't even show up because he know he got it in the bag. And you know what's going to be so funny? He don't show up for the debate. Watch he win.
I already know he's going to win.
And you know who he going to make his running mate? DeSantis.
Probably so.
Watch my words. What my grand say? Mark him.
Mark my words.
Mark my words.
Mark my words.
And
Shit,
you know that's going to be... Whew, talking about Jim Crow. Talking about Jim Crow. They're gonna make a whole new law. What's a slave name? At Will Bentley law. We gonna be think Jim Crow was bad. At Will gonna take us back down. We gonna go way past memory.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, much as I hate to say it, like I said, we're gonna do a debate show next weekend. And much as I hate to say it, the Clantis, if he ever gets into either one of those offices, it's going to be hell to pay.
I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be worse than Jim Crow. They gonna
Y'all
make
thought Jim Crow was bad.
Name.
Just wait a minute. If he gets in office, man, it's over.
If this man trying to take books out the library and out of schools, what you think he gonna do if he get in the House of Congress?
Oh my God, it's gonna be even worse. It's gonna be even worse. But we'll talk about that next week.
Y'all need to think about what y'all doing. All this ha ha ha. Let's put him in office. Ha ha ha. That'll be funny.
Now keep saying that.
What makes you laugh, make you cry.
Thank you. Shit. But
make you laugh, make you cry. Then you be like, oh Lord, what we undone? You got 4 years to deal with it.
Thank you. But anyway, y'all, we gonna get up out of here because I gotta go grab my wife's booty. And
I'm so sick. All right, y'all. I'm Reggie O.
Whatever. I'm Reggie O.
And I'm Mimi, the lady.
And we out.
Bye.